I feel good. Waiting for a hand to reach in and smack my head. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, good morning and welcome to the show. Happy Flex Friday, everybody. I hope everyone had a fantastic rest of their Thursday. I hope you're all having a great Friday so far today. Zelda, Magrity, Chimera May, LaFay, Skrit, Twigs, Memento Mortis, Bishop, Matt, Pink Flamingo. Good morning, everybody. Boofs! How's everybody doing today? Thank you for the work lurk, Skrit. Is it not Thursday? How's everybody doing? Happy Friday. Aaron, great to see you as well. Ronan Raven, good to see you too. It is Friday. Right? Now, don't, you're confusing me. So, I'm very easily confused. Don't do that. So it is Friday, it is Flex Friday, and today we're going to be playing Dragon Age Origins, and we're going to go through as many of the origin stories as we can. They're one of the biggest things that make Dragon Age Origins a pretty unique game, and it's a mechanic that BioWare seems to have abandoned and they should absolutely bring back because it's fantastic. It gives you such a good attachment to your character and such a good feel for the backstory of your character beyond like a little cutscene or a little blurb of text explaining like you were a thief and cast out from Orzammar at a young age. Like, no, you get to go through it. You get to be cast out. It's great. And I'm really excited to do it because I haven't played through... I can't remember the last time that I played through some of them. I think the longest... I think City Elf is the one that I haven't done in the longest time. So there are six different ones. There is City Elf, Dalish Elf, Dwarf Commoner, Dwarf Noble, Human Noble, and Mage. I think that's 6. So we're going to play through as many of those as we can today. Some of them are very short. The Dalish Elf and the Human Noble are pretty short. The other ones have a little bit of length to them, but we'll see what we can get through. It's going to be a lot of fun. Score, happy Friday, good to see you. Same script. Dwarf Noble is absolutely my favorite. There's so much interest. The entire structure of Dwarven society in the Dragon Age world is one of my favorite iterations of Dwarven societies. It's really, really good. Very Lord of the Ring-esque music. This, so the title track is done by Inan Zur, and her vocals are amazing. They're so, like, I've talked about moment-in-time games before, where you will have a game that is a nostalgic favorite for you because it takes place in you played it at a moment in time where it was the right game at the right time for you. And Dragon Age Origins is one of those games for me. It came out, I played it on Xbox 360. Yeah, I think it was on the 360. I played it on Xbox 360. I got it, and I actually got the flu, and I was out of work for a week, and I played through this game 3 times in 1 week, just on, like, sitting in a reclining chair with blankets and crackers, basically. It's really, really good. If we don't get through them all, can we do the rest for your next Flex Friday choice? Absolutely, Mags. Detailed, good to see you. Greatness, happy Friday. Seal Daddy, happy Friday to you all. So that's what we got going on today. We're going to talk at length about Dragon Age, about BioWare. I am a big BioWare fan, despite the current issues that the studio faces. They've created some of my favorite games of all time, so I definitely want to... we will be talking a lot about this franchise. This franchise has a lot to talk about. There's a lot of diversity in this franchise, so we will be talking a lot about it. Alessia, good to see you. So we're going to do the origin stories today. I did a full Dragon Age run on stream. It was the second game series. I started with Mass Effect and then I went into Dragon Age. It was the second game series that I did, and I did from Origins through Inquisition with no mages. It was an anti-mage playthrough, so we purged the towers. We didn't use mages in our party unless the quest dictated that we do so. We did everything we could to harm and hurt mages. The estimate by the end of the playthrough was that we had killed over 500 mages through the course of the playthrough. So it's just such an interesting dynamic, Mags, in the world. The whole, like, the danger of mages. And I kind of want to go back at some point and do a mage-only playthrough. Kind of like we did the biotic-only quick run of Mass Effect 2 for my 2-year streamiversary. I kind of want to go back and do that mage-only in maybe just in Inquisition, or maybe we'll go through the whole franchise again. It's just it's such a long franchise. But it's a lot of fun. The anti-mage playthrough is very difficult because then you don't have healing and you're reliant completely on potions, which is okay in Origins, not so okay in 2 because of global cooldown timers. It was very difficult in Dragon Age 2. But that's what we got going on for today. China, good to see you. Happy Friday. So Origins today, all the Origin stories. And then next week, I will be off. There will be no streams next week. I'm taking the week off. I'm going to spend it with Wifeboat. Wifeboat got next week off as well for the first. It's her first PTO days off since well before COVID began. So they're giving her next week off. So we're going to spend a lot of time together. I'm hoping to get some work done on the office and just unwind for a little bit, because it looks like our summer vacation that we had planned and had paid for is not going to happen. So this is going to be our our summer vacation, staying at home and framing an office. So no streams next week. If you want more content from me, if you missed my Jedi Fallen Order playthrough, that's going to be available each day at 10 a.m. on my YouTube channel. A different stream of it will be posted each day at 10 if you want to watch that. Otherwise, you can click on the Nook down below, and there's a ton of great streamers on the Nook team. I will personally vouch for every single one of them. You will have a great time in their streams, and there's pretty much always a member of the Nook on throughout the days. So that's what we got going on next week. So a week from Monday, we'll get back to Terraria. We'll probably do a little bit of Satisfactory. And the other thing is Thursday, the week that I come back, will be the third Thursday in June. And that's going to be our first inaugural Third Thursday Throwdown. Tug's Third Thursday Throwdown. So we're going to do a bunch of indie games during that stream for an hour, hour and a half each, and just try out a bunch of random stuff. Maybe some cheapies off of Steam, like dollar games and stuff, and see what we can get. It should be a lot of fun. We'll get to try out some stuff that doesn't ever get attention on this platform, so I think that will be a lot of fun. So that is it's never too many T's. Flamingo, get out. No such thing. So that will be the Thursday that I come back from vacation. We'll do the third Thursday Throwdown. So the first one, I'll put together a handful of indie games. We can vote from a list on what we're going to do, and see which one we all like the best, and all that stuff. So there's a ton of really cheap and free indie games on platforms like itch.io and stuff that we can try out. It should be a lot of fun. It's just going to be kind of a silly, relaxing stream every third Thursday. So I'm really looking forward to that. I think it's going to be a ton of fun. So yeah. How you doing, Detailed? How was everybody's week? The weekend is nearly upon us. I have I mentioned this yesterday. As my week-long break has gotten closer, I always freak out when I can't stream. Like if I have to take a day off, or if I take a week off for vacation, I always freak out that I'm going to come back and no one will be here, because that's just how my mind works. And as I've gotten closer and closer, I realized how badly I need a break and how much I have kind of been pushing myself a little hard lately. I think to make up for everything that's going on and my inability to get anything done IRL because of everything going on, I have been pushing myself in this vector really hard. and I really need a break. So I'm really looking forward to it. I appreciate that, Ronan. It's already been a month? God, detailed, it feels like way longer than that, I gotta be honest. So, yeah, when we come back, we'll get back into Terraria, which I'm really excited for. I'm having a ton of fun with it. We have to kill the Eater of Worlds or whatever, that giant worm. We have to mine a whole bunch of more stuff. We have to get way more life. I don't have enough health to really survive anything, so probably a lot of exploration and looking for life crystals, and then hopefully kill the Eater of Worlds on Monday when we come back. That'd be a lot of fun, because that opens up a whole new tier of ore and stuff for us. So that'll be really good. I'm very excited. And then by the time we come back, we should have information about the event that the Nook is going to be running in July ready and posted, and we can start a countdown to that, because that is also going to be amazingly fun, and I'm very excited for it. So that's all I got. We have a lot to get through this week. So you had to stop yourself from buying Terraria last night. Why stop yourself, Aaron? It's a great game, and even full price, it's still like $10, right? Even at full price, it's a fantastic value for the hours that you'll put in. And it really, like, while there is a very stark progression and like a whole thing that you have to go through, if you just hang out and dig around, it's a very, very chill game. Oh, because of house stuff. That's fair. That's fair. You do have that going on. I'm super happy for. I'm really, really glad to hear that the sellers made the concession on everything. So, yeah, that's totally fair. Wait till you get in your new house. Wait till you have your fiber, and then you could stream yourself playing Terraria, because we've missed you. Also, Grand Theft Auto 5. Yeah. I still haven't played 5. I have it. I still have not played it. I had been debating about playing through the story on stream, but it is a very mature story, so I don't know, and also kind of long. So I don't know if I'm going to do that or if I'll just play it off stream. I have been trying to get better at playing games off stream instead of just banking them forever and never playing them on the hopes that sometime I will play it. RimWorld has been destroying your free time. I really need to get good at RimWorld greatness. That's one of the things that like constantly bothers me, is that I'm not better at that game, and I really should be. With all the, I have over 200 hours in that game, and I still have no idea what I'm doing. In 2 weeks, you're gonna have Terraria and Dead by Daylight. Nice, detailed. That's a lot of content. Nice. That'll be fun, detailed. You should enjoy both of those. So, okay, we have a lot of content to get through today, so let's dive in and get it started. I think we'll do the quick ones first, or do we want to? Do you guys want to have a vote for which one we do first? I think that would be fun too. Let's jump over here, and maybe we'll do a vote which one we're going to do first. So that's going to be, let's just do a vote for, thank you, Twigs. Which ones do you want to do first? We could blow through quick ones or do the longer ones first. Kelly Pont, how you doing? You accepted a quest in RimWorld to deal with a huge group of pirates because they promised to lend you 8 elite soldiers. And they already had 3 mental breaks a few hours after they arrived because they sent you a bunch of tortured artists. Jeez. I think getting good at RimWorld is overrated. Just get content with losing your colony on Merciless. Well, like, so my problem, Greatness, is that I have no idea what to do in mid to late game. I've never learned that process because I've only really experienced early game. And then it ramps up and I get murdered. So I never get into mid game. Like, I don't know what my research stages should be in mid game. I don't know how to, like, break out and equip people differently and things like that. Like, I've never learned mid game, so I just have to get good. Randy threw 100 man-hunted terriers at your solo colonist who is sick with malaria. Good God. I do have a huge amount of experience in losing early game colonies. That is accurate. Shanky, how's it going, buddy? Avion, good to see you as well. It's 50-50 if we're gonna do a quick one or not. So y'all need to vote. If you're just coming in, vote. Late game RimWorld is not fun. It's just waiting for things to finish, right? So we're going to do all of the origin stories today if you're just coming in. Or we're going to try to do as many of them as we can. Some of them are kind of long, so we'll see what we get through. So we have to decide whether we're going to do one of the quick ones first. So that would be Dalish Elf and Human Noble are the two quickest ones. So we'll do one of those first. Otherwise, we could do a longer one, which is both of the Dwarf, the City Elf, and the Mage are longer. The Mage you can get done pretty quickly, I think. City Elf is the one that I haven't done in the longest time. That was my first character. When I first got the game on Xbox 360, I played, I did a City Elf. And it was, that origin story is gut-wrenching, particularly when you revisit it later in the game. So, all right, vote is over. Quick ones hath won. So that's what we're going to do. Let's start with a quick one. And so is the golden city blackened with each step you take in my hall. Marvel at perfection, for in its fleeting you have brought sin to heaven and doom upon all the world.
The Chantry teaches us that it is the hubris of men which brought the Darkspawn into our world.
Skip through it later on.
The Mages had sought to usurp heaven, but instead they destroyed it.
Who voices Duncan? I love his voice.
They were cast out, twisted and cursed by their own corruption. They returned as monsters, the first of the Darkspawn.
How do you speedrun it?
They became a blight upon the lands,
glitchless Avion? 40 minutes
unstoppable and relentless.
God, I love
the Dwarven kingdoms were the first to fall
in this game.
And from the deep roads, the Darkspawn drove at us again and again until finally we neared annihilation.
Do you need the... Don't you need to do the treaties, though, in order to get to Denerim? Or can you skip the treaties?
Until the Grey Wardens came. Men and women from every race, warriors and mages, barbarians and kings. The Grey Wardens sacrificed everything to stem the tide of darkness.
You can skip them?
And prevail.
Interesting. I actually didn't know that. Agreed, Jack. With treaties, it's an hour. How do you do the Mage treaty in an hour?
It has been 4 centuries since that victory, and we have kept our vigil. We have watched and waited for the Darkspawn to return. but those who once called us heroes have forgotten.
That's crazy. Yeah, going through the fade is...
now.
Imagine trying to rush the
Our
fade.
warnings have been ignored for too long.
That's the one negative of this game is the fade component. It's a really cool mechanic, but they kind of overdid it. I think they overdid it to pad out content. But.
For I have seen with my own eyes what lies on the horizon. Maker, help us all.
So, I love the world in this game. I love the interactions between the races, and the backstory of this world is really fantastic. Like, really fantastic. Okay, we're doing a quick one. So, let's do Human Noble? Human Noble is pretty quick. So one of the cool things, if you're not familiar with this game at all, is each one of the different origins. So there are 6 different backgrounds that you can choose from. There is Dwarf Noble, Dwarf Castless, or Commoner, Human Noble, Mage, Dalish Elf, and then City Elf. And each one of them gives you a unique perspective on the world coming from that background. So then it takes you and it dumps you into the same story, and you go through the same story once you get through the origin part, regardless of your character. But then there are subtle differences. There is racism. There is, if you're a mage, there's a whole bunch of different interactions when you're a mage. If you're a dwarf, there's different interactions when you go back to the dwarven homeland. There's so many cool interactions, and it's such a deeper experience than if you just say, like if you were just clicking on this and it's like, oh, I'm going to be a dwarf thief, and it tells you about it, and then you just jump into the game. By forcing you to go through it, instead of just being like, I'm going to be a dwarf commoner, born in castles in a land where rank is everything, bound as the lackey and thug of local crime lord, you've spent your life invisible until chance thrusts you into the spotlight, where you can finally prove whether you will be defined by your actions or your birth. Like, instead of just giving you that blurb and then dumping you in the game, kind of like Mass Effect does that with your different Shepherd backgrounds. You have a background, but it never really comes into play. In this, it's kind of core to who your character is, and it gives you such a sense of attachment to that character. It's a really, really good mechanic that they completely abandoned in every future game. Okay, so let's do Human Noble first. That's one of the quick ones. We won't spend a lot of time customizing. A big beardy boy. Let's do random sliders. Hair. Leave the big beard. Bubble on. Alright. That's about all we're gonna notice. So. Hex, how you doing? Patch, good to see you again. Okay. We picked Warrior, right?
Greetings.
It's not going to make a big difference, so we'll just do 3 in a strength, 2 in a con. So. I'm doing well, Hex. Happy Friday. Okay, we get 1 skill point, expert combat training, combat tactics. Not a lot of coercion. Man, I love the music. It's so good. Warrior. We only get 2 points. We're not really going to level up. We have sword and shield. Shield pummel, shield defense, shield block. Right now we have bash. We could get pummel. Let's do pummel and powerful. That's fatigue penalty. That's not really going to come into play. No, we'll do that. Okay.
For generations, your family, the Kuzlans, has stewarded the lands of Highever, earning the loyalty of your people with justice and temperance. When your country was occupied by the Orlesian Empire, your father and grandfather served the embattled kings of your land.
We're playing through all the origin stories.
Today, your elder brother takes up House Kuzlan's banner in service to the crown. Not against the men of Orlais, but against the bestial darkspawn
Happy Friday,
rising
buddy.
in the south.
Take care, Hex.
I trust then that your troops will be here shortly.
I expect they will start arriving tonight, and we can march tomorrow. I apologize for the delay, my lord. This is entirely my fault.
No. The appearance of the Darkspawn in the south has us all scrambling, doesn't it? I only received the call from the king a few days ago myself. I'll send my eldest off with my men. You and I will ride tomorrow just like the old days.
True. Though we both had less grey in our hair then. And we fought Orlesians, not monsters.
At least the smell
No,
will be
we're going to
the same.
do... So we're going to play through the origin
that.
part till we get to Ostagar,
You
and
remember
then
my
restart, and
I see he's
try to
grown
get
into
through
a
all the
fine
origin
young
stories.
man.
So going to play up to
Pleased
Ostagar
to
and then
see you
restart.
again, lad.
Is your family here, Arl Howe?
Oh no, I left them in Amaranthine, well away from the fighting in the south. They do send their best wishes. My daughter Delilah asked after you. Perhaps I should bring her next time.
I'd like that.
Good. She goes on about your prowess as a warrior.
I did, Hal. I was thinking about it for a while.
At any rate, Papa,
Because it's such a unique
reason.
mechanic to this
While your
game.
brother and I are both away.
It's really fun, and a lot of people don't get to see all of them. You play through once or twice, and you don't really get to see all the different backgrounds, you know? Glitch, how you doing? Maxie? Happy Friday. While your brother and I are both away, I'm leaving you in charge of the castle. Why can't I go into battle?
I'm certain you'd more than prove yourself, but I am not willing to deal
Spets,
with
how
your
you
mother
doing?
if you join the war.
Yeah,
She'd
right.
kill me if I let you go.
Santa
She's
versus the
already
Darkspawn.
twisted into knots about Fergus and me going.
Glitch, I was going to do that on Monday and Tuesday. I was going to stream Monday, Tuesday, and take the rest of the week off, but I really need a break, so I'm going to take the full week off, and then we'll schedule Detroit for some point in the future. I definitely want to do that.
Now, that's what I'd like to hear. Only a token force is remaining here, and you must keep peace in the region. You know what they say about mice when the cat is away, yes? There's also someone you must meet.
Yes.
Please, show Duncan in.
It is an honor to be a guest within your hall, Tyrn Kuzland.
Your lordship, you didn't mention that a Grey Warden would be present.
Oh, what's the matter, Earl Howe?
Duncan arrived just
A little
recently.
nervous
Unannounced.
about
Is
the
there a
fact that you're
problem?
going to try and slaughter
Of course
everybody?
not.
Oh.
But a guest of this stature demands certain protocol. I am at a disadvantage.
We rarely have the pleasure of seeing one in person, that's true. Pup, Brother Aldous taught you who the Grey Wardens are, I hope.
So, every single origin story has a moment where you come back to one of the characters or one of the interactions from your background and like confront it. It's really well done, and it ends up having such a visceral feel because you get so tied up to your character's origin story. It's really, really good. And this guy above my head is a slime ball. The pointy nose is giving you weird feels. They're an order of great warriors.
They are the heroes of legend, who ended the Blights and saved us all. Duncan is looking for recruits before joining us and his fellow wardens in the south. I believe he's got his eye on Sir
I
Gilbert.
agree, Glitch.
If I might be so bold, I would suggest that your son is also
I'm
an excellent
slightly
candidate.
disappointed that they
Honor though
moved
that
away
might
from the
be,
Grey Warden
this is one of my
storylines in
sons we're
subsequent
talking
games.
about.
They become ancillary characters instead of kind of following the tale of the Order. Like, it's a little disappointing. While I get they went with the Mage Templar conflict, and that has more substance than like the big evil against the stalwart defenders, you know. I can definitely see the leaning into the more gray areas of that conflict versus the stark conflict of the Darkspawn versus the Grey Wardens. But yeah, Keck, how you doing? Good to see you, buddy. Happy Friday. Yeah, I agree, Glitch. I agree. I was talking to somebody like a week ago. One of the easiest things, Zark, great to see you. One of the best ways they could have fixed Dragon Age 2, reduce the number of issues that they had with Dragon Age 2, is if they didn't call it Dragon Age 2. If they called it like Dragon Age Kirkwall, it would have been received in a completely different manner. Because by calling it Dragon Age 2, you had the expectation of going from this game into something similar, a continuation of this story. Dragon Age 2 is not a continuation of this story. At all. It's completely different. The mages are good guys now?
I have not so many children that I'll gladly see them all off to battle.
The
Unless
Hawks
you intend to
are
invoke
okay.
the right of conscription.
I've mentioned,
Have no
actually I
fear.
mentioned yesterday,
While we
Shane,
need
if
as
you
many
play
good
through
recruits as we can find, no intention
Dragon
of
Age 2
forcing
like
the
it's a
issue.
Telltale game, just play it on the lowest possible
Can you
difficulty
ensure
and
that
play
Duncan's
through the
requests
story.
are seen
It's a
to while I'm
really
gone?
good story. It's probably got the strongest start to finish narrative of the 3 games. Okay.
In the meantime, find Fergus and tell him to lead the troops to Ostagar ahead of me.
Where's Fergus?
Upstairs in his chambers, no doubt. Spending some last moments with his wife.
Inquisition had more in common with this
Be
game,
a good
yes.
lad and do as I've asked. We'll talk soon.
They tried to meld the 2 different
story.
games together. Dragon Age brought... I don't want to pause. Thank you. Okay, we need to go see Brother. Mercy. Fergus is up there. Okay. We are in Castle Kuzland. The land of Highever.
There you are. Your mother told me the Terran had summoned you, so I didn't want to interrupt.
It is, Shank, there's a lot of issues with it, though. It's not a particularly good port. The last time I streamed it, I had a lot of crashing issues.
Yes, I saw the Arl arrive.
No, not the
I
R.
fear your hound has the kitchens in uproar once again. And is threatening
Keck
to
was in
leave.
here a couple weeks ago. Maybe a week ago. She's just blowing off steam.
Your mother disagrees. She insists you collect the dog, and quickly.
Alright, let's go get our
You
pup.
know these Mabari hounds. They listen only to their master. Anyone else risks having an arm bitten off.
Alright. I guess I should go collect
Wise,
him.
before Nan tears down the walls. You're quite lucky to have your own Mabari warhound, you know. Smart enough not to talk, my father used to say. Of course, that means he's easily bored. Nan swears he confounds her just to amuse himself. At any rate, your mother would have me accompany you until the matter is settled, shall we?
To the kitchen.
Just follow the yelling. When Nan's unhappy, she makes sure everyone knows it.
Okay. Alright, he's joined us. Let's go see our pup, who is bothering the cook.
Get that bloody mutt out of the larder.
But, mistress, it won't let us near.
If I can't get into that larder, I'll skin both of you useless elves. I swear it.
Yeah, hell.
Calm down, good woman. We've come to help.
You and you. Your bloody mongrel keeps getting into my larder. That beast should be put down.
Listen here, young lady. Maybe you should be put down.
What? That monster is in my larder, slobbering all over the bacon, and you're insulting me?
Oh, dear. Mistress, calm down, please.
That's it. I'll quit. Inform the turner. I'll go and cook at some nice estate in the Banorn.
Nan, please. We'll get the dog. Calm down.
Just get him gone. I've enough to worry about with a castle full of hungry soldiers. You two, stop standing there like idiots. Get out of the way.
Inventory and equipment. That's new. To unequip dragon item from its icon on the left side of the screen. I don't need... No tutorials. Oh, come on, I just turned tutorials off. Stop. Oh, I have. Why do I have... Oh, this is all DLC stuff. Yes, thank you. Interesting. We have a lot of gear. I can't use any of the... Can't use the weapons yet. Alright. Out of the way, woman. This is Human Noble. Joe! What's up, buddy? The castle will be a much better place without
Look
you.
at that mess. How did he even get in here?
Look at his little tail. Hey, you go, boy. Yeah. Yeah. You trying to tell me something? Yeah, you are. He's a good boy.
It does seem like he's trying to tell you something. Wait. Did you hear that?
Enter a name for the dog. Oh, giant rats.
It's begun.
Victory will be ours!
I shall do.
A dog named Hal.
And stay away!
Whoa! 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 What? Anonymous, what? Thank you so much for gifting Joe a tier 3 sub. What the crap? What? Joe, welcome back. Enjoy your emotes, including your tier 2 and tier 3 emotes. So there you go. We have a brand new tier 3 emote too. Tug Lewd is now live as of this morning. So enjoy that.
We did it!
Giant rats? It's like the start of
No
every
mods,
bad adventure
Keck.
tale my
Just
grandfather
vanilla.
used to tell. Your hound must
I didn't
have
think it
chased
was
them in
worth
through
it
their
since we're just
holes.
doing the origin story.
Looks like he
so.
wasn't raiding the larder after all.
Yeah, he's a good boy. Certainly
Those
looks
were
that
rats
way.
from the Kokari Wilds. Best not to tell Nan. She's upset enough as it is. But seeing as you've got your Mabari well in hand, I'll be on my way. I'm to prepare for the arrival of more of the Isle's men.
Time to make chat uncomfortable all across Twitch. Okay. Loot. I don't really need the loot.
There he is, as brazen as you please, licking his chops after helping himself to the roast, no doubt.
No? Listen. Actually, he was defending your larder from rats.
What? Rats? Not the large grey ones.
They'll rip you to shreds, they will!
See, now you've gone and scared the servants. I expect those filthy things are dead.
They are dead, and it's quite a mess. My faithful hound made sure it was safe, old woman.
I bet that dog led those rats into there to begin with.
What? What?
Oh, don't even start with the sad eyes. I'm immune to your so-called charms.
Because you have no heart. Look at him.
Here then. Take these pork bits and don't say that Nan never gives you
Sucker.
anything. Bloody dog.
Hey,
Thank
go
you, my
away.
lord. Now we can get to work. That's right, you two. Quit standing about.
Just casually drenched in blood.
Good evening, my
The persistent gore in this game is pretty hilarious.
And my dear Bryce bought this back from Orlais last year. The Marquis who gave it to him was drunk, I understand, and mistook Bryce for the king. Ah, here is my younger son.
My youngest
I take it by
son.
the presence of that troublesome hound of yours that the situation in the kitchen is handled.
Why is everybody out for the dog? Come on. Yes, there were giant rats in the larder. Nan's head exploded and my hound ate the kitchen staff.
Well, at least one of us will have had a decent dinner. Perhaps your hound left something I can feed my guests. Darling, you remember Lady Landra, Ban Lawrence's
Maybe,
wife?
Patch.
I think we last met at your mother's spring salon.
Of course. Weren't you drunk?
I'm so proud of my pup's mastery of tact and diplomacy.
Well, it was a lovely salon, from what little I remember.
Which wouldn't be much, considering we had to pour you into the carriage afterwards.
You remember my son, Dyron. I believe you two sparred in the last tourney.
And you beat me handily, as I recall. It's good to see you again, my lord.
And you.
And this is my lady-in-waiting, Iona. Do say something,
Great
dear.
eye color.
It is a great honor, my lord. I have heard many wonderful things about you.
Don't look now, Eleanor. But I believe the girl has a crush on your lad.
Lady Landra.
Hush, Landra. You'll turn the poor thing scarlet.
Perhaps we should speak alone sometime.
As it pleases you, my lord.
I think perhaps
Dot, how
I
you
shall
doing?
rest now, my dear.
How far have we
Dyron,
come,
I
right?
will see you in Iona
This was
at
cutting
supper.
edge, man.
Perhaps we'll retire to the study for now.
I hope you're doing well, Dot.
Good evening, your
Gogum, how you
lordship.
doing? Welcome in. People had young kids back then, yes. 100%. Okay, so we need to... We still need to go see Fergus to complete Father's task.
Good evening, my lord.
Good evening, my good sir.
Is there really
Zelly.
going to be a war, Papa? Will you bring
Happy
me
Friday.
back a sword?
That sword, Oren. And I'll get you the mightiest one I can find, I promise. I'll be back before you know it.
I wish victory was indeed
Ooh, that's
so
no
certain.
fun, Dot. I'm sorry.
My heart is disquiet.
Don't frighten the boy, love. I speak the truth. And here's my little brother to see me off. Now dry your eyes, love, and wish me well.
Can I see your sword? No darkspawn could harm Fergus.
He is as mortal as anyone, despite his refusal to believe.
Now, love, no need to be grim.
Hello there, little brother. He's aged before his time. He had a stressful youth. I bring a message. Father wants you to leave without him.
Then the Owl's men are delayed. You'd think his men were all walking backwards.
I wonder why they're delayed.
Well, I'd better get underway. So many darkspawn
What
to behead.
could
So
they
little
be
time.
delayed for?
Off we go then. I'll see you soon, my love.
I would hope, dear boy, that you plan to wait for us before taking your leave.
Reason for
Be
delaying
well,
this
my
man.
son. I will pray for your safety every day you are gone.
Hey, Dad. You were coming here anyway. You could have just delivered that message yourself.
And miss having both my children in one place before I leave? Not likely.
Manipulations.
Make us sustain and preserve us all. Watch over our sons, husbands and fathers, and bring them safely back to us.
And bring us some ale and wenches while you're at it. For the men, of course.
There's a local roaster
Fergus,
that's down the
you
road
would
from
say
me.
this in front of your
Gotham.
mother?
What's a wench? Is that what you pull on to get the bucket out of the well?
Yes.
A wench is a woman that pours the ale in a tavern, Oren. Or a woman who drinks a lot of ale.
Bryce, maker's breath. I swear it's like living with a pack of small boys.
I'll miss you, mother
Daddy,
dear.
what's a wench?
You'll take care of her, brother, won't you?
Ale and wenches. Mother can handle herself.
It's true.
Always has.
They should be sending her, not me. She would scold those darkspawn back into the deep roads.
Well, I'm glad you find this so funny.
Obviously,
Enough.
Zelly.
Enough. Pup, you'll want to get an early night. You've much to do tomorrow.
Much to do tomorrow. Do we, though? Do we? Do we have much to do tomorrow? I think Arl Howe's men have arrived. Sansa's pretty ripped. Bork, bork. Oh, he's a good pup. What's wrong, boy? Is someone out there? Oh.
My lord, help me! The castle is under attack!
Well, I'm naked. That seems unfortunate. Santa's got a six-pack. Where's my clothes? Oh, there's my clothes. No, wait. Why? Where's my gear? Wait a minute. Okay, I got my gear. Why did why did it take my rings off? Okay. Now we're good. Now we're good. Stunned him. Emergency dances. He's a good pup. He kept him occupied while I got dressed. Fine. There's nothing more enjoyable in, like, if you're running D&D than having your players be asleep and ambushing them, and them finding out how long it takes to put armor on. The game volume's a bit too loud. Is it the sound effects? I'm not turning the music down. Sound effects are going down a little bit. What? Huh? Oh, the music is very... Why is the music get so much louder outside of the menu? Okay. We're good.
Tell us! Shall we
How's my health? Oh, I'm fine. These guys can't do nothing. They can't do nothing. Takes a long time to put on an emergency. Yes. Yeah.
Darling, I heard fighting outside and I feared the worst. Are you hurt?
Were you sleeping in your armor, or were you and Dad... You know what? I'm not going to ask. I was about to ask you that.
I never got through the door, thanks to you. A scream woke me up. There were men in the hall, so I barred the door. Did you see their shields? Those are Howe's men. Why would they attack us?
Wait, Zelly. Really? I had no idea. He's betrayed father. He attacks while our troops are gone.
You don't think Howe's men were delayed? On
purpose?
That
bum,
bastard.
bum.
I'll cut his lying throat myself. Have you seen your father? He never came to bed.
I haven't. I was in my room. He's already dead, Mom.
No, I won't believe that. We must find him.
Sounds like the battle is downstairs.
We must fight our way to him. Your father needs us both. I am no Orlesian wallflower. Give me a sword and I'll use it. Now let's go.
Let's go. Give you a sword.
As
I
you
don't
say.
want to give you a sword. Ooh, a mace. We leveled up. Hold up. Do you have? You don't have a sword. All right. Have a mace. You have armor on. That's good. What does this take? 26 dex. Good God. We need to level up. Let's just pump strength. Pump strength. Shield defense. On you. Hal leveled up. Give you dex. Alright. Mama's gonna beat you with a mace. Oh, the kids are...
No! My little Oren! What manner of fiend slaughters innocents?
We'll make them
I was not
pay.
even taking hostages. He means to kill all of us. Oh,
Yes,
poor
he does.
fuckers. Let's go. I don't want to
No,
see
that's
this.
our sister-in-law, our brother's wife, and our nephew.
Very well.
Oh, hello. Go for the archer. Go for the archer.
I do not fear death.
It has begun.
I have nothing else to lose.
By the
Ooh.
Maker!
Don't dirty trick.
It shall be done.
Mom is whooping people with that
Won the
mace.
day.
Actually, wait, Mom, aren't you an archer? Hold up. Yeah, there we go. Use your bow. Yeah, Mom, she murdered both of these guys while I was fighting one archer.
Very well.
Oh, dear Landra. I'm so sorry.
They're even killing the help.
If she hadn't come to me. If she hadn't been here. Can you hear the fighting? Hal's men must be everywhere.
Then we take the fight to them.
Don't be foolish. You would throw your life away? The front
Middle
gates.
Age, how you doing, buddy?
That's
Happy
where your
Friday.
father must be.
The quest for citrus. We can't let Hal win.
Listen, darling. We haven't much time. If we can't find your father,
So
you must
all
get out of
Hal's
here alive.
men are
Without you and
they
Fergus,
waited
the
for
entire
our brother
Kusa line dies here.
to leave
Hal's
with
men
all
are
of our
inside.
troops to fight the
They must already
Darkspawn,
control the
and he
castle.
attacked the castle and is
Let's use the
purging
servants'
everybody
entry
to
in the
take
larder
over
to
our
escape.
land.
Do you hear me?
And when you meet up with Hal later in the game, oh, I want him
Then
dead.
survive and visit vengeance upon him.
That's
The
what makes
castle
the
is
origin
fallen.
story
I'm
part
getting
of
out
this
of here.
game so good, is when you get back. Don't be a coward. Stand and fight.
Yes, my lord. Here they come.
You are a coward.
Oh.
Oh. Save the men. Come on. So my favorite build in this is actually a dual-wielding warrior. It's super, super strong. Oh, no, I don't want to fight the puppy. Why?
Now we do battle.
Ooh, Mom's almost dead. Oh, no. Oh, no. Lady, there's more over here. Where are you going?
Very well.
me.
Happy subiversary, hecky yay, hecky notes. Fun fact, you're all wonderful human beings, that's all.
No, UGG. Thank you so much for 10 freaking months. I appreciate you guys.
This is for my own.
Mama's not looking so good. No.
Best be wary.
Ooh.
It's too much.
She has
We must get to the castle gates.
no
That's
hit points
surely
left.
where your father is.
She had 5 hit points left. Ooh. Ooh, piece of candy.
Very well.
Gee, thank you so much, bud. I really appreciate it. You played this on PS3 when it came out? Yeah, I played it on Xbox 360. I was talking about at the beginning of the stream. I've mentioned a few times, more than a few times, there are a lot of games that people love because they're a moment in time game. So you're in the right moment and you're in the right mindset. It's the right game at the right time. And that is one of these, Dragon Age Origins is one of those games for me. It was the right game at the right time. I got the flu, I was homesick from work for an entire week, and I just laid in a recliner and played this on the Xbox 360 and got so sucked into the world that it just, like, I don't know that I would have enjoyed it as much if I hadn't had so much time to just dive into it and pick it apart and really enjoy it. So it's always going to be like one of those special games in my history. Thanks for coming to my Tug Talk. So, the new Humble Choice games in 2 hours. Nice. Johnzer, how you doing? Good to see you again. Yeah, right game at the right time. It's crazy how much that can have an impact. The same thing goes for TV shows, movies, any kind of media that you consume. It can have such a big impact.
I shall do it.
No puppies! What?
Careful!
Are they still doing the deal where you can get the old price?
Come, let us end this.
They are attacking me, Flamingo. I have no choice. You're back, and you didn't forget? What? I have a mind like a steel trap. I don't forget anything.
We cannot waste more time.
It shall be done.
But I have no idea what you're talking about. Zelda. Dot, they were running a special where you could get it for that price again recently. Zelda, thank you so much for gifting 5 subs to the community. A little cheeky Nick Goggum, 54 and Blue Stingray, welcome to the crew. Enjoy your emotes, particularly the finger guns. I can't believe you forgot. Can't you though?
As you say.
We're getting close to the treasury. The Kuzlan family blade lies inside.
Blue
Here, darling,
Stingray,
take
how
my
you
key.
doing? Welcome in.
That blade cannot
Enjoy your
fall into
emotes.
Hao's hands. It should sever his treacherous head.
Mom, you gotta wash your face. Didn't want it to happen. How are they dead? This door was locked. How are they dead? Let me talk about that.
Very well.
The
Shall be done.
Kuzlan family blade. The Kuzlan guard shield. And the family sword. And a shield of Hyatha. I love this game, Zelda, so it's going great. It's a great game. We're almost done with the first origin story, so. Where did you come from, and why do you think that's going to work out for you? Oh, there's 3 of you. That's good.
It shall be done.
Ooh. All right. For a game where blood has strong risks associated with it, Darkspawn Taint, people are remarkably unfazed by having blood on their face. Yeah.
It has begun.
To the throne room. Ooh. Mage. How am I stunned? No stun. What happened to my stamina? Yikes.
As you said. Give them the advantage.
Cut them down.
Come and face me if you dare.
The lady of the house in full armor and a bow, screaming vengeance as she cuts everyone down.
Go, man the gate. Keep those bastards out as long as you can. Your ladyship, my lord, you're both alive. I was certain Hal's men had gotten through.
They did get
They
through.
killed Oriana and Oren. I can't believe. Are you injured?
Don't worry about me, your ladyship. Thank the Maker you two are unharmed. When I realized what was happening, it was all I could do to shut the gates. But they won't keep Hal's men out long. If you've another way out of the castle, use it quickly.
I'll help you hold the gates.
They won't hold. It will only delay the inevitable. Please, go while you have the chance. When I last saw the Turn, he'd been badly wounded. I urged him not to go, but he was determined to find you. He went towards the kitchen. I believe he thought to find you at the servants' exit in the larder.
Bless you, Sir Gilmore.
Okay.
Make her watch over you.
Make her watch over us all.
Alright, we gotta go to the kitchen again. Oh! Cut him down, Ninja Queen. How are you? Ninja. Did you see, and did anyone else see, Kingdoms of Amalur is apparently getting a remaster. And I hope it's going to be a good one. Where are you going? Did you just run into the fire? Why did you run away from me? And anyone else who's interested, if you never played Kingdoms of Amalur, it was a rightfully maligned game for a lot of reasons, but super good. Fantastic story, the gameplay is really fun, dated and has some issues, but I have high hopes for the remaster. Zelda, thank you for the host. They removed 70% of the side quests. That's unlikely. I hope that they redo the first half an hour of gameplay. Because the, tutorial section is awful. Like, legitimately awful. It was tagged on at the end, and it shows. It's so bad. I want to get it just for the House of Ballads questline. Like, that's my favorite. That's my favorite, questline. Like, one of my favorite questlines ever is the House of Ballads questline in Kingdoms of Amalur. R.A. Salvatore, who's a big fantasy writer, he came up with Driz Duorden, the Dark Elf from the Forgotten Realms, and the Champions of the Hall. He's written the Drizzt books. I think there's 32 or 33. He was the lead author for all of the lore and a lot of the quest lines in that game. Oh yeah, it doesn't teach you the game, and it looks bad too.
You both are.
It was so slapdash.
Bryce.
Wondering.
It was really bad. But then once you get out of the tutorial, the game opens up and it's great.
What's happening? You're bleeding.
Hal's men.
You killed
Found me
everyone.
first.
Ninja, and I'm a monster.
Almost did me in right there.
Why is he doing this?
Can't get away with this. The king will...
Bryce, We must get you out of here.
I won't survive the standing, I think.
Then we'll have to drag you out.
Only if you're willing to leave pieces of me behind, pup.
Bryce, this is no time for jokes! Once Hal's men break through the gate, they will find us. We must go.
Someone must reach Fergus. Tell him what has happened.
And take vengeance.
Vengeance?
Bryce, no. The servant's passage is right here. We can flee together, find you healing magic.
The castle is surrounded. I cannot make it.
I'm afraid the turn is correct. House men have not yet discovered this exit, but they
Duncan?
surround the castle. Getting past will be difficult.
You are Duncan,
I just did
then?
random sliders,
The Grey
Ninja.
Warden?
Yes, your ladyship. The turn and I tried to reach you sooner.
My younger son helped me get here. Maker be praised.
I am not surprised.
Are you going to help us, Duncan?
Whatever is to be done now, it must be quick. They are coming.
Duncan.
Thank you for the lurk,
You are
Brooke.
under no obligation.
I hope you're having a good Friday.
But I beg you, take my wife and son to safety.
I will, your lordship, but I fear I must ask for something in return.
Anything.
What is happening here pales in comparison to the evil now loose in this world. I came to your castle seeking a recruit. The Darkspawn threat demands that I leave with one.
I understand.
You want Dad to be a Grey Warden?
You fought your way to me through Howe's men. I think the Maker's intention is clear. I will take the Tyrna and your son to Ostagar to tell Fergus and the king what happened. Then, your son joins the Grey Wardens.
So long as justice comes to Hal. I agree.
Then I offer you a place within the Grey Wardens. Fight with us.
I accept your offer.
We must leave quickly then.
Bryce, are you...
Duncan's backstory
Sure.
is amazing, by
Our
the
son
way.
will not die of Hal's treachery.
I highly recommend if you enjoyed the
make
Dragon
his
Age
mark
games
on the
to
world.
read the books.
Darling,
They're really
go
good,
with Duncan.
and they
You
completely
have a better
change your
chance to escape
perspective
without me.
on Logain.
Eleanor.
Hush,
Like,
Bryce.
completely.
I'll kill every bastard that comes through that door to buy them time. But I won't abandon you.
I wish we could get a shot of how many bodies are stacked up in that doorway before they take her down. Because it had to be a lot.
So we all die? No. Your place is now with the Grey Warden.
playing
Mine is with your
himself.
father.
Listen.
At his side,
Listen.
to death and beyond.
I'm the youngest son, alright?
So
Yes,
sorry
Bishop.
it's come to this, my love.
We had a good life, and did all we
no.
could. It's up to our
Is
children now.
Duncan's not an Inquisition. Duncan...
Go, pup.
Duncan doesn't survive
brother.
Ostagar.
Know that we love you
They
both.
talk about Duncan.
You do us proud.
They've broken through the gates. We must go now.
Goodbye, darling.
Du-du-du. Okay, so that is the human noble origin story. Really good. It's one of the shorter ones. It's really good, though. Yeah, she stands over his body
We
and
will be
fights off.
traveling south through the hinterlands to the...
A royal
All right,
No
we'll
need,
jump through
Duncan.
this because we're going to see this
You
in
are
a bunch.
Bryce's. As soon as we are done. No doubt you wish to see your... I apologize. Ha! Email.
What the king... Yes, we should proceed with the ritual. The ritual is brief, but some...
Okay. Well, there's no regular human map. So, this was the first one you played, Mags. So, one of the best things about the human noble background is that you can have the biggest impact on the story at the end of the game. So, if you are a female or a male, if you're a female human noble, you can marry Alistair and become queen, And if you're a king, you can marry Logain's daughter and become king at the end. You can crown yourself. It's quite fun. Okay. So let's jump back. So there's no base human. Like, there's no human commoner. The other human playthrough would be a mage playthrough. But you can also be a mage as an elf. So, next you played mage. I think my favorite is definitely the Dwarf Noble. Definitely the Dwarf Noble. Okay. So, next up, let's do... You never played the Dwarf, but you did watch my VOD. Oh. The Dwarf Commoner one is great, too. They're very much intertwined, but... Man, it's so difficult if you play a Dwarf Noble to come back and align with your brother. It's nearly impossible. Even though Balin is probably the right choice overall, it's almost impossible if you're a Dwarf Noble to align yourself with him. So the other option for human, regardless of what you do, you can only do Noble or Mage as a human. But next, let's do the other quick one, which is the Dalish Elf. So we'll do Dalish Elf, which is a fairly quick one. So the elves have been... how much is this game? I'm not sure, Flamingo. It generally goes on sale a lot. And you want to get the Ultimate Edition, which comes with all the DLC, and it comes with Dragon Age Origins Awakening, which is really Dragon Age 2. Awakenings is probably the best DLC that BioWare has ever done. Full stop. It's fantastic. You can typically get it for $7 or cheaper. It is, well, Mulric, it is an expansion, but I think story-wise and hours-wise, I think it's like a 35-hour DLC. So, yeah, there you go, $7.50 on Steam right now. Boom. Yeah, Anders in Awakening is amazing. They ruined him in 2. It's on sale right now. There you go. Yeah, the Awakening DLC is fan-freaking-tastic. It's so good. So good. Yeah, this is one of my favorite games ever, so it is really good. The whole series is on sale. There you go. Perfect timing. So if you're interested, treat Dragon Age 2 like its title was Dragon Age Kirkwall. It's a standalone story kind of over there that has some impact on Inquisition and ties in very, very little from Origins. So, no, I read them all. Keckman, I read them all. Jube, happy Friday. Alright, so let's do Dalish Elf. So, the Dalish Elves they consider themselves true elves. They never became part of the cities. They travel in caravans. They're basically, they live kind of a tribe-based, like, gypsy lifestyle where they travel the lands in caravans and they stay away from humans. There's a huge undercurrent of racism against elves throughout history, including, like, purges and things like that. So, it's really, really good. And the Tevinter elves laugh at them, yeah. Anders in 2 is what happens when your character's backstory isn't edgy enough and you start adding things. You know what? My character's not edgy enough. You know what? I'm possessed. That's what it is. I'm now a wild magic sorcerer because I'm possessed. Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm a warlock. Yeah, I'm a warlock. I made a pact with a great old one. The spirit of justice. Let me refill my coffee. and then we'll start the Dalish Elf. I'll be right back. Okay. Let's go Dalish. Dalish Elf. Open inventory. How are you, Kylos? It's good to see you again. Okay. So we'll do Dalish Elf. We'll do Rogue. We'll try out some ranged combat. What do we got for presets? Let's go bald. Sure. Make her look very young. We'll go goth. How about that? Yeah. Oh, God. Okay, that looks good. Dalish Elf is fun, but Mage is long, yes. Mage has a long background, because you have to do a fade section, right? And then there's the whole breaking out of the tower, and the Mage one's really good, but it is long. Nice. So let's just do Dex. An extra one into Cunning. Let's do Stealing. And then... oh, wait, no, not Stealing. I don't want Stealing. Let's do... This doesn't really matter. Because we're not gonna... Let's do Coercion. 2 points to spend. We have Dirty Fighting. I can't take... Oh, requires combat training. Alright, never mind. I'm not doing Coercion. I'm doing combat training. So then we can get combat skills. Let's do Archery. Melee Archer. We need Pinning Shot. And then we'll do Melee Archer. Okay.
I'm
doing well, Jude.
Amidst the Dalish elves, noble wanderers who refused to join the society of humans that subjugated their homeland so long ago. The Dalish traveled the land in tightly knit clans, struggling to maintain their half-forgotten law in a human world that fears and despises them. You spend your time hunting with your clanmate Tamlin in the forests, and as is sometimes the case, your quarry is not always the local wildlife.
I don't know why you guys keep drawing the Minotaur. There's so many of them.
It's a Dalish!
And you three are somewhere you shouldn't be.
Let us
It's a
pass, Elf.
Danish?
You have no right to stop us.
No? We will see about that, won't we? You're just in time. I found these humans lurking in the bushes. Bandits, no doubt.
Human
We are
hunting,
bandits,
best
I swear.
time.
Please don't hurt us.
You Shemlin are pathetic. It's hard to believe you ever drove us from our homeland.
We've never done nothing to you, Dalish. We didn't even know this forest was yours.
This forest isn't ours, fool. You've stumbled too close to our camp. You Shems are like vermin. We can't trust you not to make mischief. What do you say, Lethaline? What should we do with them?
Kill them. The others will never know.
I like the sound of that.
Bigger is
Anything
better.
to say in your defense, Shems?
Look, we didn't come here to be trouble.
We just found a cave.
Yes, a cave. With ruins like I've never seen. We thought there might be,
Treasure? So you're more akin to thieves than actual bandits.
Look at the tattoo. Ridiculous. If you've been there, you should have the treasure to prove it.
But I have proof. Here, we found this just inside the entrance.
Did you know?
This stone has carvings. Is this Elvish? Written Elvish?
There's more in the ruins. We didn't get very far in, though.
Sounds like a trap. I don't believe it.
A trap? Oh, we didn't even know you elves were here. We were just trying to find the treasure.
And this is all you found? Why didn't you look for more?
There was a demon. It was huge with black eyes. Thank the Maker we were able to outrun it.
A demon. Where is this cave?
Just off the west, I think. There's a cave in the rock face and a huge hole just inside.
Well, do you trust them?
Kill the
Let them go.
So they can bring a mob to drive us out? No, 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 no. Kill them all.
Yes. One could expect no less from a Shem. This will not take long.
Toodles.
Well, shall we see if there's any truth to this story? These carvings make me curious.
Ulrich, please. Sounds like a good idea.
And if we find anything, the Keeper will want to know.
Okay. I have some gear, right? I can't use Bragan's bow. I can wear these. And I can wear this and cover up that pretty face. What's rude is that these Shems exist. Not wrong. Lost Mysteries of the Ancients. I think this one is the shortest origin story, if I remember correctly. Nerden, how are you today, by the way? Dirty trick.
It shall be done.
It's the origin story you ultimately went with. I think long term, if you're playing through the whole franchise, the Dalish story is really good. Bow is not a melee weapon. Psh. You ever been hit with a bow? It hurts. Dun, dun, dun. Husband's making breakfast and the kiddo is spinning in circles. Do you have the day off, Nerden, or?
This must be the cave.
Doing Dalish Elf and
I don't
chasing
recall
after
seeing this
Morrigan's nice.
before,
Yeah.
Do you?
No, I don't. Let's
My
look.
thoughts exactly. With luck, we'll find something that will make us clan heroes.
Gather your party and venture forth. Dalish Elf has the biggest
Looks
impact
like
on
the
Dragon
Shem
Age 2.
was telling the truth, but these ruins look more human than elven.
Bum, bum, bum. Oh, spitters. No, 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 no. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Why am I missing? Good lord. You're both taking next week off. Nice. Takala. Happy Friday.
I shall do it.
So am I, Nerden. I was talking at the beginning of the stream. I didn't realize how much I went from dread about taking time off, because I hate missing streams, to being really excited for it, because I think I've been pushing myself a little too hard lately, and I am looking forward to the time off. How are you, Takala? Yeah, so if you're just coming in, there are no streams next week. I will be off all next week. So a week from Monday,
It's a trap.
we'll get back to Terraria. I like how he transitioned from bow to sword and shield. Dirty fighting. Earth King, how you doing? I've played it a ton, Earth King. What we're doing today is we're going to play through all of the different origin stories. So we did Human Noble already, now we're doing Dalish Elf.
It is begun.
I've been waiting for this. We did it!
So deep into Minecraft that you totally missed this stream starting? That'll happen, Skull. Why is it always spider? Trap disarmed.
I shall do it.
Because a lot of people who have played it, one of the reasons that I'm doing all the different origin stories is that a lot of people who have played it, even if they've played it a couple times, have never seen all of the different origin stories. And they all have a very unique thing. So
You recognize this statue, don't you?
you lost one job. Oh no. They didn't even send you a message of termination or told you, but kicked you out of the WhatsApp group and kept ignoring your questions? That's awful, Takala. That's terrible. More time for streaming. That's awesome. Currently playing your 4th playthrough with the Dalish Mage. Nice, Earth King. Last time I did a full stream playthrough of it. There are VODs available if you're interested. I did an anti-mage playthrough. So we didn't use mages in the party unless a quest required it, and we killed every mage that we came across, purged the towers, stuff like that. So it was a lot of fun. Haven't played it in years, so it's all new, right? The glory of growing older. It's worn, but it looks vaguely familiar.
Back when our people lived in Arlathan, statues like these honored the creators. When the Shems enslaved us, much of that lore was lost. This looks like human architecture, with the statue of our people. Can these ruins date back to the time of Arlathan?
This isn't the time or place for a history lesson, Tamlin.
I suppose you're right. Still, the possibility is thrilling.
One of the plus sides of my... Whoa! It was a trap. No. No. Oh, skeletons. That's bad. I need to move. Ow. Ow.
Very well.
Uh-oh.
It shall be done.
My boy's down.
Best be wary.
Like playing as the mage, even though it's hard when you just stand there and get attacked. I want to do, I've talked about a few times, I want to do a mage-only playthrough. I've done the anti-mage playthrough, so I want to do it the other way, too.
I shall do it.
And we'll probably, if I do it, I'll probably do it on Nightmare.
Good, another down.
A great sword.
This place is haunted.
You try to play mage so often. Once you get, so if you go mage, like, you can make a tanky mage. Honestly, whoa! I forgot about this, boy. I'll get back here. You have fun. So, Arcane Warrior is what you should go for. If you want to play a mage, Arcane Warrior is actually the best tank in the game, period. So, if you want to play a mage, do the Elven contract first. Unless you've played through and unlocked it already, get the Arcane Warrior specialization, because that is huge. You played a mage when you played this? You're so happy to get a cleric and a meat shield fighter in the party later. Yeah, they pretty much immediately give you that, which is nice. Yeah. Do that, and then we can unlock crippling shot. Sten played an Eldritch Knight in your 5e campaign. Nice. Arcane Warriors, amazing. It's so overpowered. Like, it's grossly overpowered. Let's check out the mirror.
Isn't it?
Welcome to the Dragon Age 2
says.
tie-in. The Keeper might be able to translate it.
Maybe, but she's not here to help us. Odd that it isn't broken like everything else.
Romancing
Especially
Sten
with that
is
bear
literally
lumbering around in
romancing
here.
the stone.
I wonder what this writing is for. Maybe this.
Yeah,
isn't-
earth powers are
Did
great.
you see that? I think something
Summoning
moved
is
inside
really
the
fun.
mirror.
Something moved inside the mirror. Let me see.
Look, don't you see it? There it is again. Can you feel that? I think it knows we're
Oh,
here.
that's awesome, Jude.
I just need to take a closer look. It's showing me places. I can see some kind of city. Underground. And there's a great blackness.
Aimlin. Don't touch the magic mirror.
It saw me. Help!
Bam,
I
how you
can't
doing?
look away!
Welcome back. Oh.
Can you hear me? I am
Hi, Duncan.
very sorry.
Yeah, welcome back, Bam. It's great to see you.
You're awake. You've the god's own luck, Lethalon. You're back at camp. Everyone is worried sick about you. How do you feel?
Did you know that Eldritch comes from the same word as Elvish? He had so much life left in him. Listen, Meryl. I'm fine, Fenrir, but a little groggy. Where's Temlin?
I don't know. The Shem who brought you here saw no sign of him.
There was a human?
A Shem brought you back 2 days ago.
2 days ago?
Don't remember him?
I've been here for 2 days?
He was a Grey Warden and appeared out of nowhere with you slung over his shoulder. You were delirious with fever. He said that he found you outside a cave in the forest, unconscious and alone. He left you here and ran off again. The Keeper's been using the old magic to heal you.
I have a book of character ideas, Jube, for if I ever get to play. I end up making them NPCs most of the time. The Shem was a Grey Warden?
So he claimed. I just wish he'd told us where that cave was. Most of the hunters are looking for it right now. But the Keeper wanted to talk to you as soon as you awoke. Stay here. I'll get her.
Dun-dun-dun.
I see you are awake, Dalan. It is fortunate Duncan found you when he did. I know not what dark power held you, but it nearly bled the life from you. It was difficult even for my magic to keep you alive.
I love the Keeper's robes. Like, some of my favorite costuming in games is the Keeper's robes. Across the games, they just keep getting better. Is Duncan the one that brought me back?
Yes. He introduced himself as a Grey Warden. Duncan thought there may have been darkspawn creatures inside the cave. Is that true?
Do it, Jube. All I remember was a mirror.
A mirror. And it caused all this? I have never heard of such a thing
Yeah,
in
I
all
agree,
the lore
Carl.
we have collected. I was hoping for answers when you woke, but there are only more questions.
Only more questions.
And Tamlin remains missing. He is more important than any lore in these ruins. If he is as sick as you were,
Yeah,
his
nerd.
condition is
I agree.
grave. Duncan returned to the cave to search for Darkspawn, but we cannot rely on him
Yes,
to look for
Takala,
Tamlin
100%.
as well. We must go ourselves, and quickly. Do you feel well enough to show us the way, Dalan? Without you, we will not find it.
I'm up to it, Keeper. I feel fine.
I am relieved to hear it. I am ordering the clan to pack the camp so we can go north. Take Merrill with you to the cave.
Merrill,
Find
you
Tamlin
say?
if you can, but do it swiftly.
Who are comfortable on stream? You. Take Merrill to the cave and find Tamlin. I understand.
Go quickly, for Tamlin's life hangs in the balance.
Pray for me, Keeper. Okay. Where is Merrill? Merrill. There she is. So while this origin story is the shortest one in the base game, these characters you see all through Dragon Age 2. How brave, indeed.
The Keeper told me I'm to accompany you back to those caves. As her apprentice, I may see something you missed. But our main objective is to find Tamlin, of course.
Of course.
We must make haste. He may not have much time.
You aren't worried about getting sick?
A little, but the Keeper cured you. How dangerous could it be?
Oh,
Even if
Merrill.
I get sick, finding Tamlin or something valuable will be worth it.
Let's go.
Let us make haste while daylight lasts.
Pre-Welsh accent, yes. Amulet of the War Mage. Let's do that one. Belt. Dalish Promise Ring. And Wicked Oath. Okay. Pre-adorable goofiness, yes. A whole lot of crazy in one cute bundle. Oh, Merrill. I thought you were talking about me.
Very well.
I get that a lot. I missed.
I will not fail.
Ninja, please.
What were those things? Were those Darkspawn?
I don't know.
I've never seen anything like them. You can smell the evil on them. Where did
That's
they come
probably
from?
me.
Were they here before?
Takala, when I started the game and the menu music came on, I got chills. It's so good. Wish they kept some of her more serious and mature side. You kind of get that later on, Nerden, a little bit. But yeah. Maybe they followed the Grey
Or he
Warden
followed
here.
them. But why would they come here? And why would he? Well, we'll find out soon enough. Let's hope we don't find any more of these monsters. Before we go, are you all right?
Back when BioWare was
Were
good.
you hurt during the
Yes.
fight?
This is probably peak. Because this was Mass Effect 2 time, right? Spoiler alert, you find more. Stop fussing over
Just
me.
that you're quite pale.
You're pale.
You look a bit feverish, in
How
fact.
can you tell? What are you implying?
Nothing. Forget I said anything. Let's go.
I still haven't played Andromeda. I should. But I still haven't. I need to.
I wonder whose camp this is. Do you remember it being here?
A camp, huh? Maybe it belongs to the Shem who found
You're
me.
probably right. Didn't he say he was headed back to the cave? If so, he's not here now. And we've seen no sign of Tamlin. Maybe we should... Wait. Do you hear that?
Jube, thank you for the host, buddy. Nerden, thank you so much for hanging out. Have good food. Spooked already? I didn't hear
Exactly.
anything.
The forest is too... still. Something's in the air. Something unnatural.
I don't like this.
It seems whatever you woke up inside that cave has spread outside. The sooner we find this cave and Tamlin, the sooner we can leave. Take us there quickly.
Quickly. Dun, dun, dun. Unlocks. Crippling shot. Crippling shot.
We must act.
35.
I shall do it.
Archery in this game is really good when you start hitting it. I feel so attacked right now.
Now we do.
You are just shooting into the ground.
Make this quick.
Meryl. Come on. Wait, what was that? What did I just pick up? It was an elven something. It's like... Okay. A tree stump. That just reminds me of when you come back, the crazy old man living in the tree stump. That's such a fun quest. Okay. Back into the caves. I still maintain that my favorite NPC
So these are the ruins.
is not
Interesting.
a base character.
Definitely
It's
of human
Shale.
origin, yet
I
elven
love
artifacts
Shale.
are scattered amongst them.
Best
Nothing
like
explains
add-on
the
character
monsters,
that.
though. But we must find Tamlin, or what's left of him.
Yeah, I think it's my
Imagine he's
favorite
still alive with
BioWare
those
like
creatures
add-on
around.
character overall. Shale is amazing. Kasumi's up there, but I feel like you get more impact with Shale, particularly when you go back to Orzammar. Shale is amazing. So much fun and such a great like core character. I like Shale in the same way that Shale likes birds. Avion, please. Not in a really, really, really long time, Kelly Pot. Maybe they took him hostage.
Maybe. Let's just hope he's here, somewhere.
Shale's great. I love Shale's attitude. I love Shale's backstory. I love all of it.
Dark spot.
Yo.
There is no glory in bloodshed. Die, damn you!
Alright, calm down, Meryl. Yelling.
If you must fight, let us do it quickly.
Meryl's tanking.
I shall do it.
Come on.
Damn you!
Hit. There we go. Oh, she's down. That's bad. We're good. We're good. Wish there was a way to play all these older games without all the crashes and stuff, though. Actually, Ninja, one of the funny things is after my hard drive crashed, I hadn't installed this again since my hard drive crashed, so all my old save files and everything are gone. So all my OG characters are gone. So I'm getting all the achievements and stuff again. But it's been more stable since then. Oh, emissary. Which is kind of interesting. Back the mage. Meryl.
We must act.
Drain life. Oh, this is bad. This is bad. I haven't even killed anybody yet. Whoa. Let's kite. Yeah, Jube, if you get something together, let me know, and I'll. If you have a time frame, oh jeez, if you have a time frame in mind.
Very well.
Help! Help! This has gone sideways very quickly. Oh, come on, hit! So one of the things about the no mage playthrough in 2, one of the things that made it very, very difficult is that there's a global cooldown on potions. And the only healing we have was potions because no mages. I'm doing no damage to this thing. Okay. Origins used to crash every few hours. Don't even get me started on Coder, yeah. Sometimes it just needs a clean reinstall. I think there were, like... There were temp files and... like, roaming files and stuff that were just really messing it up.
But we must find Tam.
Alright, let's try that again. Only with less death.
Away with you!
In.
Please.
As you say.
Arrow attack.
For the Dales! Don't give them the advantage!
Your life right now.
It shall be done.
Like little bits and pieces just buried in stuff.
Careful!
Not even playing on hard. I gotta pay attention. Jude, take care. Thank you so much for hanging out. Meryl hit a trap. Can we split these guys? No. Okay, wait. Meryl, focus on... What do you have? Ooh, flaming weapons. Cast that. Do weakness on this guy.
I am armed.
And then move over here.
Yes!
Okay, that's one archer down. No! Please don't go down.
I am here!
Okay. Weakness on the mage. Flame blast is not going to reach. Alright, hang on. Move up. Flame blast! Yeah, that wasn't bad. Heal. There we go. Arcane bolt. Alright. Alright, that worked a lot better. Rogue, how you doing? Good to see you.
As you say.
It's always good to run a clean install every now and then too. That's something I need to do. Hello, Duncan. You couldn't have taken care of those darkspawn that were behind you?
So you were the one fighting darkspawn. I thought I heard combat. You're the elf I found wandering the forest, aren't you? I'm surprised you have recovered.
What are you trying to say? I don't know you, nor do I owe you anything.
Even if you didn't owe this human your life,
Sin, how are you?
Respect.
She owes me nothing. It was my duty to return an injured Dalish to your clan. Your people have always been allies with the Grey Wardens.
Gee, an understanding human. How nice for you.
My name is Duncan, and it's a pleasure to finally meet you. The last time we spoke, you were barely conscious.
Andera Natisha and Duncan of the
Goddamn,
Grey
I
Wardens.
cannot be here.
I am Meryl.
Sin, thank you so much for 20
Your
months.
keeper did not send
Good
you after
God,
me, did she?
that's so
I
long.
told her
Thank you
I
so
would
much,
be in
Sin.
no danger.
I feel like this game draws a certain group of people here. Really? You need to go through the long and arduous process of learning how to be a software engineer. Worst IT experience. A computer wouldn't start due to CPU fan not working. Discover as you pull it out with your ungloved hands that it was a dead mouse. Gross. Gross. We're looking for Tamlin.
So, you and your friend Tamlin both entered this cave, and you saw this mirror.
That's terrible, Matt. Thank you for sharing. Never talk about that again. Tamlin touched the mirror, and I blacked out.
I see. That's unfortunate.
Raz, how
Grey
you
Wardens
doing?
have seen artifacts like this mirror before. It is Tevinter in origin, used for communication. Over time, some of them simply break. They become filled with the same taint as the Darkspawn. Tamlin's touch must have released it. It's what made you sick.
Oh.
And Tamlin too, I presume.
Then we should destroy it.
I agree. So long as the mirror exists, it is a threat to anyone nearby.
I do not fear this sickness. The Keeper knows how to cure it.
She may have weakened it, but she cannot cure it. Your recovery is only temporary. I can sense the sickness in you, and it is spreading. Look inside yourself, and you will see.
We're tainted. What do I do?
First, we deal with the mirror.
Thanks,
it is
Sin.
a pestilence and a threat.
We're going to start a new one very shortly. So if you're just coming in, we're going through all the origin stories. We did Human Noble, and now we're doing Dalish Elf. Once we get to Ostagar, we're going to start another one.
It is done.
It is
now
done.
Let's leave this cursed place. I must speak with the Keeper immediately regarding your cure.
What about Tamlin?
With the mirror destroyed, I doubt the Darkspawn will return.
Can we return later and search through the ruins? We could learn from many things here besides the mirror.
The cave is not safe.
No, please.
Everything here was exposed to the mirror's taint. If your people must come here, they should cleanse it with fire.
Cleanse it with fire. What about
There is
Tamlin?
nothing we can do.
He's dead then?
Let me be very clear. There is nothing you can do for him. He's been tainted for 3 days now, unaided. Through your Keeper's healing arts and your own willpower, you did not die, but Tamlin has no chance. Trust me when I say that he is gone.
Well?
Now we should return.
Wouldn't there at least be a body?
The Darkspawn would have taken it.
Taken it where?
Gross.
What would they do with him?
Darkspawn are evil creatures, and it's best to leave it at that. I'm sorry.
All right.
I
Let's go back
sense
to
no
camp.
other Darkspawn nearby, so it's safe. Lead on.
Duncan is such a great character, and if you read the books,
I'm relieved you have returned. And
He's
I did
such a
not
great
expect to
character.
see you again so soon, Duncan.
I was not expecting to return so soon either, Keeper.
Dare I ask of Tamlin? What did you find of him?
possibly Flamingo. The Grey Warden says we will find nothing.
I see. Meryl.
Yeah, T'Challa.
What about the mirror? Did you bring anything back?
I can answer that, Keeper. I destroyed
I'm doing well, Raz. How are you? Happy
I
Friday.
intended to use it to find a cure for this mysterious illness. I trust you had good reasons for your actions.
There is much to discuss, Keeper. I have learned a great deal since I was last here.
Let us speak privately within my Aravel, then, Duncan. Meryl, warn the hunters. If Darkspawn are about, I want the clan prepared.
Manuvinen, Keeper. Right away.
Dalen, allow me some time to speak with Duncan. Seek us out at my Aravel later, and we can discuss your cure.
Very
Tell
well.
Harren Pyvel what has occurred. He now has the sad
Harren
task
Pyvel.
of preparing a service for the dead.
Okay.
Follow me, Duncan. I'm eager to hear what you have to say.
Harren Pyvel. That doesn't really matter. Over here? Aha.
So you return with the Grey Warden, but without Tamlin. What happened, Dalen? Is he truly lost to us?
Yeah. He's dead.
So, another of our children has perished. To think I'd live to see this. It seems the will of the creators that I sing the dirge for those I held in my arms as babes.
He's dead, Jim.
I think I know why our immortal ancestors would sleep. Swiftly do stars burn a path across the sky, hastening to place one last kiss upon your eye. Tenderly land enfolds you in slumber, softening the rolling thunder. Dagger now sheathed, bow no longer tense. During this, your last hour, only silence.
The Keeper wants me to tell you to prepare a service.
Of course. We've no body to return to the soil, but we shall still sing for Tamlin. The creators must come to guide him to the beyond. Tell the Keeper, which shall be done before the clan is ready to move on.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's imperative now more than ever to pass on what we know to the young. Let us tell these children of the fall of the Dales. You can honor me by sharing in the telling.
Sharing in the telling? I have important things to do.
That is too bad. Another time, then.
Okay, we need to go talk to the Keeper. Oops. And Duncan.
Your Keeper and I have spoken, and we've come to an arrangement that concerns you. My order is in need of help. You are in need of a cure. When I leave, I hope you will join me. You would make an excellent Grey Warden.
So, second time now, you can see the common thread between all the origin stories. Each one of the different characters encounters Duncan in the origin story, and he recruits them as a Grey Warden and takes them to Ostagar. So that's the common thread through all the different origin stories, regardless of what's going on. Am I to become a Grey Warden, Keeper?
Yes, Dalen. Your life depends on it.
The darkspawn taint courses through your veins. That you recovered at all is remarkable. But eventually the taint will sicken and kill you, or worse.
Or
the
worse.
Grey Wardens can prevent that. But it means joining us.
Mm-hmm. Then I shall join.
I welcome you to the Order. It is rare to have a Dalish amongst us, but they have always served with distinction.
I know you'll do your clan proud, Dalen. Take this ring. It is your heritage, and will protect you against the darkness to come.
A valuable gift. So, are you ready to go? Then say your farewells, and let us be off. We have much ground to cover.
Come then, Dalen. Before the creators guide you from us, let your clan embrace you one last time.
One last. Dun-dun-dun. Dun-dun-dun. Perfect opportunity for finger guns. Come on. Meryl. Keeper. The entire Dragon Age Origins soundtrack is on Spotify. Give it a listen. It's grotesquely good. It's so good. It's so dramatic and so just...
We will be traveling south through the hinterlands to the ruin of Ostagar, on the edges
of the country wilds.
There's no need to be so formal, Duncan.
I remind you that you speak to the king.
Don't...
Yeah. Moving on. Okay. I love the fighting music in Lothering, yeah. Ananzur is amazing, yeah. The title track is sensational. Okay. Time for the next origin story. So we have done Human Noble, we have done Dalish Elf. What do we want to do next? So we still have Mage, City Elf, and the two... Mage, City Elf, and the two Dwarven ones. Oh yeah, the soundtracks for all the games are really, really good. Some of my favorites. Dwarf time, is it? We could do Dwarf Noble. Let's do Dwarf Noble. It's my favorite. It's gonna take a while. I think the Dwarf Noble is probably the longest one. So we'll do that one. It is personally my favorite origin story. I love it so much. It is so twisted and interesting and really engrossing. Human Noble is great because of its impact on the entirety of the story and the ending that you can get with it. The Dwarf Noble one is great as just a standalone little story. And then it has decent impact when you return to Orzammar. Wheels, how you doing?
Greetings. Greetings.
Let's go. Kind of like this one. This one kind of looks like Balin, which is pretty good. Make ourselves look really young. We'll keep the pale tone, because then we look like Balin. Tattoo? Sure. Let's change the hair. Alright. A baby dwarf. As long as it doesn't involve incest. It does not. The commoner one is pretty funny because the dwarf commoner, the Castellus, is the one that has the drunken mother and stuff. It's really funny. Really good. We're doing warriors, so we're gonna go. I'm just gonna put everything into strength. That. Actually, let's do a point into coercion. It's gonna be important. Should we do weapon and shield, or should we do... Let's do 2 weapon training. And dual weapon sweep. I love the 2 weapon fighting style. Alright. Let's go.
Deep beneath the Frostback Mountains sits Orzammar, the larger of 2 known remaining dwarven cities in the world.
Groovadex! Thank you so much for 3 months.
Orzammar was once the seat of a major empire connected by tunnels called Deep Roads.
Thank you so much.
Stretched
I really appreciate
thousands of miles. The city now stands alone, cut off from the rest of the dwarven ancestral lands by the Darkspawn incursion. Secure in Orzammar's impregnable construction, the dwarven noble houses continue their centuries-old power struggles. Assassination and blackmail are commonplace, but the appearance of honor is paramount.
Same, Groovadex, same.
You are the 2nd child of King Endrin of House Aiduken, the 9th Aiduken ruler elected by the Noble Assembly. You grew up in a world rife with political intrigue, and have struggled against brothers and cousins for honor and prestige. Today, a feast celebrates your first military commission, the opening move towards real power in the ever-changing game of dwarven politics.
Greetings, my lord. You are dressed and ready. Excellent.
Listen, Flamingo.
I couldn't find the armor's matching dagger, but I scrounged up a rather fancy longsword. Do you wish to wear your shield to the noble's feast?
No. Let them see me as a warrior. Better safe than sorry. Shield me. Leave it. I don't want to look fearful. I wouldn't even wear the armor if not for tradition. Leave it. I don't want to look fearful.
Agreed. Tonight's battles will be of politics and
dwarven
intrigue.
crafts.
A shield won't be all that useful. Of course, they might think you were too fearful to risk looking fearful.
You, my friend, are ridiculous.
One can't take all this marching about and speech-making too seriously. Moving on to the business at hand. The king expects you to make an appearance at the feast, but there's no rush. The noble family heads will spend hours boring your father with petitions and petty grievances.
Yeah, Takala. We should have done that. It's fine. Alright, real quick. Is it Steve Bloom? It does sound like him, doesn't it? It has that gravel. Is this a standalone game or a series of games? Dragon Age Origins, there's Dragon Age 2, and then Dragon Age Inquisition. So there's 3 games in the series. They're all kind of standalone. There is an overarching story that carries across all of them, but you can play them all independently of each other and not really miss out on a lot. Inquisition, you'll miss out on some of the world history and stuff, but really you can kind of play them all independently. So let me take a quick break. I just need to stretch my legs and go pee, grab some water and stuff. So quick 2-minute break, stretch your legs, grab a snack, whatever. I will be right back, and we'll do Dwarf Noble. So be right back. What is happening? Diggler has had a mental breakdown and is going to induce prisoners to escape. The final straw was colonists left unburied. Gee. I wonder who unburied a colonist. Who could that have been? I don't want to name names. I don't want to name names. I don't want to blame anybody for this situation. At all. Definitely not one particular person's fault. At all.
Crap. I'm wasting time.
Antiquary.
I'm forced to sell my goods out here.
Holy crap. Oh man. Yep, I just broke.
Bad luck. I can't enter the city either.
Want to buy something? Rob me in broad daylight. Go ahead.
Alright. You should finish it, Maxie, and then the Trespasser DLC makes the game. So play that. That's probably my biggest issue with Inquisition, is that Trespasser should have been part of the base game. You don't get the full impact of the story without Trespasser. Alright. What should we do in the meantime?
As part of the celebrations, permits have been auctioned off to members of the merchant caste who wish to sell wares in the Diamond Quarter. Lord Harrowmont has also opened up the provings for young warriors to test their mettle before tomorrow's battle. Perhaps we should go show them what single combat is really all about. And by we, I mean you. I'll practice my cheering.
The proving sounds appealing.
Right behind you, my lord. The day is ours until the feast.
This is a glory proving for the paragons of Orzammar. Alright, we need to equip ourselves. We're gonna do a wield, so we need something in our offhand. Let's do mace in main hand, longsword in... I can't put longsword... Oh, right, I can't do full-size weapons in the offhand until I get a thing. Well... Huh, it left that stuff on. That's interesting. It's very interesting. Okay, stamina regen. Weird. Alright. Steve Blum actually does 3 different characters in this game. Nice. My My biggest problem with the dwarf noble background is that when you meet Gorham again, he is basically like, yeah, hey, what's up? Good to see you. And then moves on. He's just a merchant now, and he moved on with his life, and he doesn't want to do anything or talk to you, and there's like it's such a bad interaction. Like, I get it, but like there should have been more, you know? Like it's a letdown to me. It was quite the letdown. Okay, so we can go to the provings, which are awesome. Let's go fight some stuff. So the
Oh, I'm sorry.
As you say.
So this is fun. This is Balin's mistress. Yeah, exactly, Takala.
I'm sorry. I thought you were Prince Balin coming down the hall. Forgive me.
So this character is your sister if you're a dwarf commoner. Who are you?
She's, it seems she's one of your brother Balin's newest, companions. Prince Balin is attending the feast being held in Lord Idukin's honor.
Yes, of course. It was presumptuous of me to think that he would return to... I am sorry. I will show myself out, with your leave, my lord.
Uh-huh. Yes,
Thank
you may go.
I will go now.
Dun-dun-dun. Alright, so we need to go do the provings, which I think we have to go out of the palace, right? Lord Ronus Dace and King Endrin's there. But we want to leave and go to the provings. Let's talk to Lord Dace real quick.
You sure you want to go to the feast now?
Oh, no. Never mind.
I doubt we can escape to see the provings once we're inside.
Thank you, Gorham. You're right. Let's go to the provings.
Can't wait to
first.
see who's fighting today.
Dwarven society, like the intricacies of Dwarven society in this game are fantastic. David Gators did such an amazing job of laying out all the different like intricacies of Dwarven society. It's so good.
That's outrageous. You certainly have some gall, merchant.
But my lord, these are surface silks. My lord Idukin, you honor me by visiting my humble booth. May I show you my wares?
Of course, good merchant.
Please, look as you will.
Noble clothing, diamonds, rubies. You don't have anything I want. Holy crap. Sure. Let's sell that for 16 gold. I don't want any of this. Let's just sell. Sell it. Bulwark of the True King. We're never going to get to use that, so we'll sell that for a lot of money.
Who has it?
They say they are going to strike a blow at the horde.
Use this as a model for your dwarves in your... Yeah. I've taken a little bit of it as well.
How surprising to run into you out among the common folk.
I'll trust Vala, baby.
Since duty requires that you attend our King Father at the feast today. Have you so little respect for him to disregard his wishes on a day set aside for you?
Lord Harrowmont told me we wouldn't be needed for hours at least.
Silence! If I want the opinion of my siblings second, I will ask for it.
Yes, Your Highness.
I'll go to the feast right now, Trian. Don't speak to Gorham like that. I go where I want. Balin, help me out here.
You're on your own. I've been dealing with him all afternoon.
What exactly is that supposed to mean, little brother?
Nothing, Trian. I've been having a great time. The speech you gave to the legless boy about hard work and making something of himself was fantastic.
As heir to the throne, it is my duty to impart wisdom and judgment upon those who need it. Now then, you, get to the feast.
It's cute that you think you can order me
I'd
around.
advise you to watch that tongue, dear sibling. Father will not live forever. Come, Balin.
That was fun. Nothing like being talked down to by the next king.
He's gotta be alive to be king.
Perhaps this isn't the best place for that sort of talk.
Thank you for the lurk, Matt. Enjoy your nap. I'm not jealous. Armor
My Lord
merchant.
Iduken, nothing here rivals your amazing Iduken armor, but if you wish something made...
You know very well House Iduken has its own royal armorers.
Of
I'm
course.
down.
Forgive me.
Show me your wares
You honor
anyway.
me, Your Highness.
Yeah, that's basically what I'm wearing. Actually, that is better.
Look at this piece, darling. It rivals even the world.
Is there a weapons merchant? Weapon merchant. That's what I'm talking about.
Greetings, my lord Iduken. I am so honored to have you visit my booth. I have a proposition, but I dared not approach.
Yet you dare now.
If you have something to say it quickly.
Yes, just so. Here's the thing. What I mean to say is...
Spit it out.
Sorry. So nervous. I had a dagger made for you as a gift for your first command. Sent a messenger to deliver the dagger to you. Prince Trian had him thrown out.
Of
I don't know
course he
what
did.
offense he caused, but I had him beaten severely.
Uh-huh. Let me see this dagger.
Here it is, your highness.
That's an amazing piece, merchant.
You do me much honor, sir. The blade has been crafted over a period of 2 years by masters of every art. I wish to bless the Lord's first command, and hope that someday, when he rules, he will wear it.
Trian is heir. He will rule when King Endrin returns to the stone.
If the Assembly wills it. Forgive me, sir, but whispers say the second child of Endrin will be chosen.
Whispers indeed. It's a princely gift. If Trian recognizes it, though, it may send the wrong message.
Or the right one.
Right one, depending on your view.
I'll take the dagger.
Thank you. You bring uncountable honor to me.
What he means is that you'll bring uncountable gold to him if you wear that piece in public.
What'd we get? What'd we get? What'd we get? What'd we get? A noble's dagger. Electricity damage. All right. Shocking.
My lord, are you heading to the proving arena?
I am indeed.
We have been charged with the task of escorting you to the proving grounds.
I clean forgot.
JB Retro.
Forgive me, I should have informed you sooner. The
Thank
king
you so much for
decided
the
you were
raid,
not to
buddy.
travel
Welcome
through
everybody
commons
from
unguarded.
JB's stream. My name is Tug, and I have a thing for this. Welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is Tug. I'm a variety streamer, and today we are playing Dragon Age Origins, and we're going through all the different origin stories. So we've gone through Human Noble, we've gone through Dalish Elf, now we're on Dwarf Noble, and we're working our way through all of them. Thank you so much for the raid, JB. How is your stream? How is Horizon Zero Dawn treating you? How you been, JB? Very well.
Will we be leaving then?
Yes.
We are at your command.
To the proving. It doesn't let you wander around the city. Boom! I'm doing well, JB. How far are you in Horizon Zero Dawn? I did a blind playthrough of that a couple months ago. It was really enjoyable. Dun, dun, dun. The Proving Master.
Your Highness, it is an honor to have you here. Have
I
you
love his
come
voice.
to watch these brave warriors do battle in your honor?
No. I've come to fight.
Your Highness, this proving is in your honor.
Then honor him by doing as he says. My lord Iduken will fight in this proving.
I will honor today's warriors by testing their skills.
It is well within your rights. Men and women of Orzammar, we have a late entry to these provings.
Oh, Urza.
Held
Oh,
on the
okay.
eve of battle for the honor of House Idukan.
You're pretty well into it.
I give you the Lord Idukan himself. Are you ready for your first match?
Of course I am.
Then let us begin! This is a glory proving, fought under the watchful eyes of the paragons of Orzammar, for the honor of House Idukan. Lord Idukan will fight Aler Bimo, youngest son of Lord Bimo.
You honor me with this match.
I'll honor you upside the head.
First warrior to fall is vanquished. Fight!
Shall be done.
Let's dance.
Careful. Quickly, we must fight.
Come on. Ooh, good hit. This dagger's pretty good. Really good for this early.
The winner is Lord Idukan.
Of course it is. Come on. That bug has existed since release.
That was quite a fight. Aler Bimo is no slouch with that hammer. Are you ready for your next opponent?
I am.
Excellent. Let us go. This is a glory proving, fought under the watchful eyes of the paragons of Orzammar, for the honor of House Idukan. Lord Idukan will fight Adal Helmi, eldest daughter of Lady Helmi.
Honor and glory to your house, your highness.
And to yours.
First warrior to fall is vanquished. Fight!
There's a cult of warriors called the Silent Sisters, and when they get accepted into the group, they have their tongues cut out, and it's incredible. And then there's the Legion of the Dead, which is a whole nother thing. When you're banished from Dwarven society, you're essentially considered dead. But if you join the Legion of the Dead, all of your house's sins are absolved. You no longer exist. And you join the Legion of the Dead, and you go out and you fight Darkspawn until you die. It's crazy. Like, all of the lore around the Dwarven societies in these games are... It's great.
That was a crowd pleaser. Many were waiting to see that woman put in her place. Sir Blackstone is your next opponent.
Sir Blackstone,
are you ready to face him?
Say. I am
let
ready.
us begin. This is a glory proving, fought under the watchful eyes of the paragons of Orzammar, for the honor of House Idukan.
Yeah, if you go to the surface, you are no longer considered a true
Lord
dwarf.
Idukan will fight Sir Blackstone, Deep Road squad leader of the warrior caste.
This is your education, child. Try to learn as you bleed.
This is your education, child. Old men don't frighten me.
First warrior to fall is vanquished. Fight!
Fight. Round one. Fight.
No quarter! You've met your match.
Have I, though? Have I met my match? Oh, you hit me. Congrats. You landed a hit.
The winner is Lord Idukan.
Get this man a prize. He landed and hit.
Well done. You have proven that even the best of the warrior caste cannot match a noble Idukan. Frandlin Ivo is your final opponent.
Frandlin
He
Ivo.
too has had many victories today.
I bet.
Are you ready to face him, or will you rest first?
Rest? No, 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 no.
Of course. This is a glory proving, fought
Yeah,
under
Flamingo.
the watchful eyes of the paragons of Orzammar, for the honor of House Idukan. It is down to just 2
There's not
warriors
really, so there's not, Dwarven society doesn't really have, like,
they
sexism.
have defeated all others this day.
Despite the fact that most of the characters right now are male, there's not really any limitations if you're a female dwarf to
you fight well.
Ascending.
I wish you glory today and glory
There have been
tomorrow.
female paragons. So the Dwarven society venerates their ancestors, and certain ancestors or living dwarves can become paragons of their society, and they basically are worshipped as living gods. And there have been several female dwarves that become. It's a horrible, horrible caste system. Yes, we'll see that. We'll see that more in the dwarf commoner one. But there is the casteless. Then there's the merchants. There's the merchant caste, the smith's caste, the warrior caste. Then there's the noble caste. So it's a very regimented and segmented social system that is broken, and it's one of the big things that you do when you return to Orzammar after you become a Grey Warden is you can help to start to dismantle that, depending on how you want to go.
First warrior to fall is vanquished. The victor is champion. Fight!
Hi, buddy.
Damn you! Shall be
We're coming for you!
Oh, we're coming for you.
Glory will be mine!
Almost, buddy. Almost. I'm at 90% health. Well done.
The winner is Lord Idukan.
It's a very cool dynamic. I really want them to do a spin-off game of just dwarven stuff. It would be really good.
Congratulations. Frandon Ivo is as fierce a competitor as I've ever seen. You vanquished every warrior of note in today's proving. The ceremonial helm, commissioned by your father for today's winner, is yours.
Aha! Send it to Frandlin Ivo. He fought bravely.
The people will remember your honor and generosity for all time.
Of course they will. So as Dwarf Noble, you can also put yourself on the throne later on, which is really fun. It doesn't have, like, overarching story impact, really, but it's really good.
Endowment.
Groovadex?
Haven't been able to tune in much lately, but always love your streams. Thanks for keeping us all company during quarantine.
Thank you so much. That means a lot, Groovadex. Thank you so much. Never have to apologize for missing streams. Everybody's busy, but that means a lot. Thank you so much. That's a lot of bits. Thank you. Really appreciate it. I am ready to
Your
take my
wish is our command.
Alright, it's feast time. Sai Wong, how you doing? Welcome in. Oh, the noble hunters.
What have we here? Two handsome, strapping, noble lords. You both look so grand.
And isn't this the man of the hour, the king's son?
Who's your friend, my lord? Another noble from the honored House Idukan?
This is Sir Gorham of the Warrior Caste.
Oh, then not a noble?
No, Telly, not a noble. Stone you're thick sometimes.
And why do you care if Gorham's a noble?
They're noble hunters, my lord. A man takes his caste from his father, and these women hope to bear a noble lord's son. If one is successful, she's raised up to concubine in the noble house to care for her child.
Same,
Provides new
Cylon.
sword
Same.
arms for the house.
100%.
And many nobles look favorably on such women.
So you girls will sleep with any noble?
You're the most appealing, obviously. A noble from the best house there is. Handsome, too. Are you interested
I
in
bet
a
you
bit
say
of
that to all the
bit of
nobles.
diversion?
I'm
Shall
always
I come to your
interested.
chambers after the ceremony, then?
I talked to him first. I want him.
He's looking for a woman, Telly, not a little girl. I'm Marty, and I know how to give my lord a night he'll remember.
Oh, my lord has his energy about him.
There will be no 3 to a bed if that's what you're thinking. We both require full experiences all to ourselves. If you think
this
you
hits
can
close to home.
This should prove most interesting. We will wait for you together, my lord, and show you the proper way to celebrate a princely commission.
There's fun tie-ins to that quest line later on too. So. Okay, so you guys were yelling.
Please, Master Volney. My work is accredited by the Shaper.
These books are lies written by the enemies of House Volney.
I write only what I find in the ancient records. Lord Iduken, you can vouch for my work, can't you? Your father loved my History of Iduken, Paragon King, Peacemaker.
What's going on here?
This worm has written a book that slanders my house.
Your face slanders your house. That's a serious charge.
He deserves to die for what he has written of Paragon Volney.
Tell me what it says, scholar.
My work tells the stories of all those raised paragons in the last 500 years. When the Assembly names a paragon, that man or woman is then, by definition, everything one can aspire to be in the world. They form their own noble houses and are revered as living ancestors. But paragons start off as men.
Volney was more than a man.
More than a man. Get to the point. Why is he so angry?
Volney became a paragon by the narrowest margin in history. 1 vote. A vote mired in rumors of intimidation, intrigue, and outright bribery. The records of that vote are kept in the Shaperate and are a matter of fact. Not liking history doesn't make it any less true.
Well, the scholar's right.
You're taking his side? What if he published a book like this about your paragon Iduken?
Lord, how you doing? Good to see you again. The truth is more important than your pride, old man.
You would not say so if it was your house, but I shall respect your wishes.
For now.
Excuse me, your highness.
That fool has no idea how weak his house is or how low he sits in it. Shall I have him killed, my lord?
Yes. And see that everyone knows why. Okay. What do you think, scholar? Yes, and see that everyone knows why he died. Do, but make it look like an accident. He's not worth a blade. Leave him be. Yes, indeed. Do, and make sure everyone knows. No problem, Lord. Never have to apologize.
You've shown yourself more daring and aggressive today than most believed of you. Someday I hope to write of the great exploits you are sure to perform.
Word has been sent. He won't live past the hour.
We're doing all the
Iduken, a friend
origin
to
stories.
research, history, and
So we've done the human noble, the Dalish elf, and now we're doing dwarf noble. So we're going to see how many of them we can get through today. Just so that everybody gets to see the different ways you can start the game, because it's so interesting. And no matter how many times you play through it, you often don't get to see 1 or 2 of them, so. Carry on with your work, scholar.
I have much to document and organize.
Bikey dentures.
And thank you.
We'll see, Saiwong. BioWare's in rough shape, so we'll see. You did City Elf? We'll probably do City Elf next. That's also a really good one. Thank you, Michael. You look well as well. And how are you today?
Look, the Grey Wardens are here. The raid tomorrow must be more than a standard mission.
Grey Wardens.
Many thanks for your willingness to hear me out, my lord. I wish to speak to you of a matter most urgent.
A matter most urgent? Of course, Lord Dace.
There is a vote coming before the Assembly next week. And a word from you could go a long way towards helping our cause.
And what cause is that? Is this going to be bribe or blackmail? I need to get my thinking straight.
The vote concerns the status of the so-called surface caste. Lost to the stone, air-touched, and so forth. Centuries ago, narrow-minded
4 days off in a
declared
row?
that
Nice.
any dwarf who left to live on the surface forfeited his caste, and his house if noble. That he was, in essence, no longer a dwarf. I seek only to remedy an injustice, to retie the bonds of anyone who can trace himself to one of the noble houses wherever he may live. Please, agree to speak for this noble cause.
Of course, it's the right thing to do. What do I get in return? Dwarves who travel to the surface are no longer dwarves. Why are you so interested in this particular cause?
Those on the surface are our lifeline. They facilitate trade with the surface. They're honorable and,
related to you.
Let's be honest. I don't care a whit for those who have wandered from the stone.
Ah.
My wife,
There
however,
it
is
is.
a gem of a different color. She has a cousin, a useless sword,
Or
but she's
it
quite
will
fond
ever
of him.
come out, Raz.
He joined a speculative venture to the surface, hoping
don't
to
think
make
it's ever
his
gonna come
fortune,
out.
and went bust. Now he wishes to come home, but he cannot, for he has no house and would be castless. For my wife's sake, I take up his cause. Will you lend me your voice?
A gem of a different color, yeah. Despite having no power in your store for over 16 hours, lost less than $3 grand worth of product. That's pretty good, Mikey. Well done, buddy. Well done. What exactly am I getting out of this?
I keep my ears to the stone, my lord.
Do you now?
I hear many things, some of which could be a great help during your mission tomorrow. A little forewarning to help your forearming, if you know what I mean.
You have a deal.
When your father presents you to the noble houses, I will ask for your opinion on the matter. You have merely to say that you feel our surface brothers should be returned their noble rights. What could be more simple?
Okay. Hi, Duncan.
Greetings, my lord Idukan. It is an honor to meet you at last.
The honor is mine.
I have had the
Warden.
opportunity to recently meet with your father. He speaks highly of you.
I mean, obviously.
He says you may be the most skilled warrior in all of House Idukan.
I mean, I did just win glory proving, you know. We shall see what happens
Your
tomorrow.
response speaks of maturity beyond your years. We need more
Get that a
Grey
lot.
Wardens like you, and quickly. Even as the Darkspawn weaken
Humble
here in
is my
Ozma,
middle name, to
they
call.
are stirring on the surface. A blight has begun. Soon the fight must go beyond the deep roads, lest the Darkspawn threaten all the world.
Dun, dun, dun. I wonder if Father would allow me to join you. I do not know much as I should about the Grey Wardens. Good, let them leave our city and pester the humans. I wonder if Father would allow me to join you.
Alas, I do not think he would
Flamingo,
take kindly
please.
to that suggestion. As the child of the king and heir after Lord Trion, your place is here.
Exactly, Lord, you got it. Yes,
I wish you,
you
luck
are right,
in the
of
deep
course.
roads tomorrow. Show the Darkspawn the might of your people.
You're a fool.
You're a fool. What? Lady
Your
Helmy,
mother would melt the stone if she knew what you just did.
what are you talking about? Gorham, did you hear something?
Do not mock me, boy. Lord Dace is playing you false. Go ahead, be his puppet. Your first command will be marked by every major house turning their back on you.
Oh no, I'm shaking in my little boots. If you have something to say, say it.
If you are to play in the games of the Assembly, make sure you know the motivations of the players. Last spring, a guild from the Merchant caste invested heavily in an expedition with a guild from the surface. Lord Dace backed the Merchant Guild, pouring a great deal of money into the venture. The expedition was a disaster.
They are definitely made for walking. I don't see how this relates to anything. So Lord Dace's play is to recover his losses? So he lost some money. Your point.
Lord
Dietrich, how you doing?
Dace lost a great deal of money and prestige. The Surface Guild has no way to repay the investment, but it does have several leading members who are descended from noble houses. House Helmi, Bimo, Dukin.
Bom, bom, bom. If the surface dwellers return to their noble houses...
You begin to see the whole picture. Your house and mine would be forced to pay the Surfacer's kin debts. It would be a great victory for Lord Dace.
Let's see. Seems I need to have a talk with Lord Dace. Let Lord Dace think he's fooled me. Alright, Lord Dace dies for this. Standing up for the surfacers is the right thing to do. Boogs, how you doing? Good to see you again. Do their faces look a bit tired? They're always droopy. Yeah. Happy Friday to you too, Dietrich. Should we kill him? Nah, let him think he's fooled me.
Just so, my clever friend. Smile and nod, and when he asks his question, tell him that the so-called Surface Caste are right where they belong. That should take Lord Dace down a peg or two.
I will think about it.
Good. Your house's reputation hangs in the balance.
One or both of them are lying.
You return. Were my instructions unclear?
Unclear? I spoke with Lady Helmi.
And what did she have to say?
Nothing in particular. Nothing particularly interesting.
Well, that's good. Excuse me then.
And he runs away. Alright. Alright, let's talk to Dad.
Please reconsider. The trade contracts alone could bring great prosperity to our houses.
Will we really turn our back on our brothers and a potential fortune in cheap labor because of a political technicality?
Denial of the traditions of our people does not qualify as a political technicality. There is more to life than monetary gains, my lords Bimo and Mino. The Assembly of Kal Sharak will respect the rule of Orzammar, or they will rot and die alone, surrounded by enemies.
Yes, my king.
But look, we have company to spare us further wrangling. Atrast Vala, my son. How fine you look in your great-grandfather's armor. I hear you were declared champion of the provings. I suppose you were never one to sit by when something exciting was going on.
I mean...
Are you ready to be presented to the heads of the noble houses?
How about presented with the heads of the noble houses? Of course, Father.
So dutiful. Very well. Let us begin. Lords, ladies, grant me a moment of your time. We are here today so I may present to you my second eldest child, blessed by the stone and born of the blood that ran in the veins of the Paragon Idukan. Who would pose a question to the prospective commander? Who seeks to know the prospect better? No? Very well then. The ritual is complete. I give you Orzammar's next commander.
That's not how lightning magic works. All right.
Tomorrow, our newest commander will lead part of a mission to strike a great blow to the Darkspawn. Not only does this recover access to some of our most important mines, but it also allows our honored guest Duncan, head of Ferelden's Grey Wardens, to strike far into the deep roads.
Thank you, King Endrin. While the Darkspawn seem to withdraw, it is only because they are massing on the surface. This could mean a blight, and my men and I will discover the truth.
We are honored to have you with us,
Trying to kill me?
Now, feast, drink, and celebrate, for the morning brings battle! As for you, my new commander, find your brother Trian and send him to me. He may be watching the provings, or getting some rest in his rooms.
Of course.
Walk well, Commander.
I like how Lord Dace completely just left. He realized we were going to call him out, and he just left. He's resting in his room. Fine. Yeah.
I am proud to serve the Iduka.
Oh, that's Father's room. That's not where I want to
Congratulations.
go. Wait.
On
Yeah,
being
yeah,
named commander, my lord.
Boom, 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 boom.
Very well.
Any question?
I am Groovedex, yes.
So you are a commander now, in name at least. Shouldn't you be attending our king father?
So, Balin, how was your day?
Interesting. I would have been at the feast, but Trian had need of me.
The world does not stop and start with your meager achievements. Not even tonight. Now, do you have some purpose in bothering us?
I do. Father's worried that you're too much of a jerk.
You push your luck. Balin, get to bed. We have a big day tomorrow. I will see what our father wishes from his heir.
All day I've put up with that. He can really grate on the nerves.
He really can. I agree.
And what I'm going to tell you next won't make you any more fond of him.
What are you talking about?
Trian has begun to move against you. I never thought his much-proclaimed honor would allow him to actually act on his jealousy. Big brother, Trian is going to try to kill you.
How do you know this?
I overheard him giving orders to some of his men, and I was shocked. Then it began to make sense. Trian's decided you're a threat to his taking the throne. Maybe he's right.
That's insane. I refuse to discuss this. Trian is pompous, and everyone likes me better. I'm not the heir, he is. How am I a threat? It's true, everyone likes me better.
It would be unusual for the Assembly to ignore the king's choice, but it does happen.
The founder of House Bimo became a paragon and king in one move from the Assembly, and he was a commoner.
That was an extraordinary case, but at least a half-dozen times the Assembly named a lesser family member, or even someone from another house, as king. Usually, it's the popular younger brother of an undesirable prince.
Go on. So Trian thinks the Assembly would prefer me. Does Trian think I'm courting the Assembly? Well, I would make a good ruler.
You entered the provings held in your own honor just for glory and to please the crowds. If you win glory against the Darkspawn tomorrow, it will only strengthen the case for you as the next heir.
Right?
Trian fears father will replace him on the spot. If not, the Assembly will surely turn against him when father dies. You know his pride will never allow him to step aside.
What's your angle in this?
It seems Trian has shown that brothers can't always be trusted. I am next in line. If Trian succeeds in his plot against you, how long do you think I'll live?
If I strike at Trian, will you back me? No. Gorham, thoughts?
Permission to speak freely?
Of course.
Trian would make a terrible king, but no one wants to say it. He has just enough backing in the Assembly to make it ugly when your father dies, but not enough to become king. Killing him now makes your house stronger and saves a great deal of bloodshed later.
Wow. Very well.
I'm afraid I must agree with you. Tomorrow's battle is the time to do it. I'll find out the rendezvous and buy you the time to do what must be done. I'm taking your place as father's second, so I'll be at hand tomorrow. For now, try to get some sleep.
Let's go. You don't want to keep those lovely ladies waiting.
I forgot about the lovely, lovely ladies. Okay.
Trian and his men will clear the way for the Grey Wardens to descend into the easternmost caverns. Those caverns are still infested by the worst of the Darkspawn. We cannot risk our own troops in there.
Understood, Lord Haramond. We should be able to sense the Darkspawn and avoid them once the way is open.
Trian is going with
Paragons favor you.
and the stone catch you.
It's still a great game, Mike.
Come then, glory awaits.
There's some crashing issues. I haven't come across any yet.
Balin, you and your men will second the king.
But it still holds up.
Clearing
It's a great game.
Don't you think it looks a little cowardly to allow these humans to take our place where the fighting is thickest?
Are you questioning the battle
They
plan?
sell you into slavery for a bag of wheat.
I'm sure your caution is for the glory of us all.
Enough, Balin. Take your men and make ready. Harrowmont and I need to have words with your sibling.
Wow.
Good luck, my brother.
Your father has a special mission for you.
Oh.
In the eastern deep roads, there is a secret door carved into the stone.
Got your car
The
fixed.
door
That's
leads
good,
to a
Aaron.
Taig, abandoned long ago by your ancestors. The Darkspawn have made it impossible to reach.
My father believed that the shield of the Paragon
I agree, Saiwan.
Aducan remains in that Taig, under the stones of the central room. Reclaim the shield, and glory will be yours.
The shield of Iduken would be quite the find.
We've sent 2 scouts ahead to make sure the tunnels are cleared. But be
That's
careful.
awesome, Aaron.
One of the scouts will meet you at the first crossroads you come to. The second will be further in. When you get to the door, use your signet ring to open it. Questions?
Meet the scouts, find the door, grab the shield. Got it.
Very good. The crossroads where you meet the first scout will be the rendezvous point. There you can present the shield to the lords and demonstrate the strength of Iduken.
May the ancestors watch over you, my child.
Dun dun dun. Okay. The deep roads. It sounded like a high schooler's pickup truck. Nice. Spiders! Why is it always spiders? There are too many spiders in this game.
For honor and glory.
Come on, Gorham. Do work. Alright, so... hang on. We're gonna need these. Ba, 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 ba. Ooh.
It has begun.
Hit road work and the clamp broke off. Ooh. So do you just need a new hanger, Mikey? That's not terribly difficult to do yourself. Fire arrows. Okay, we're... a lot of people dislike the deep roads sections of this game. I don't mind them at all. They could have made them a little more interesting geographically, but honestly, they're not bad. The fade is pretty terrible. Franklin Ivo.
You made it, Commander.
Hi.
Did you run afoul of any darkspawn?
Yeah, deep roads are definitely better than the fade. Nothing we couldn't handle.
We didn't expect any activity in these tunnels at all. Once I finished scouting the tunnels, I hid here to avoid the darkspawn. Most tunnels are dead ends. The one we want is swarming with those fiends. It's going to be a fight.
Right. You were at the proving yesterday, right?
I was, indeed. Your gift of the helm was amazingly generous. I will treasure it always.
You're welcome.
May today's battles bring us even more glory. I'll take rear guard. Shall we move?
Onward. Brandlin Ivo. Watching my back. Sure, it's fine. I trust you implicitly. Gideon Emery? Who else does he voice, Takala? Also, who voices Duncan? You would know. Because I love the texture of Duncan's voice. It's really good. Doesn't he know the way, so shouldn't he be first? Yes.
I've got your back.
Yes. You'd think.
Let us end this.
Oh, Fenris. Oh, yeah. I love Fenris. Fenris is great. That's a dead end. Little baby dinos.
Very well.
Little baby deep stalkers. Why are they dropping lyrium? We're dwarves. We did my last Dragon Age 2 playthrough. We romanced Fenris. The new Fenris comic is so good. I have not read it. I haven't read any of the Dragon Age comics. I've read the books. I haven't read the comics. Wait, where am I supposed to go? I missed some. Little baby velociraptors. Mm-hmm. He's your canon romance for Dragon Age 2. I really like the Isabella romance, personally. Like, when she shows up and brings you the book back, I don't know. That just feels good. Ah, trap.
Here's begun. This is it.
Go! Come on, get out of the trap. I mean, if she comes back, well, if you're romancing her, then she will come back.
Let us end this.
Would recommend Blue Wraith comic. Alessia, if you're in the Discord, can you drop a link to those so I remember to look at them? I will forget by the time stream's over. I would love to check those out. Hello, Scout.
You're here. I thought the Darkspawn had got you for sure.
Why are you so... Why? Is that how you address your commander?
Apologies, Commander. There's
Yeah.
not a ton of formality down here in the deep roads.
Well...
We want the tunnel ahead, but there are Darkspawn tracks all over it. Be careful.
Darkspawn? Let's get moving.
I'm with you.
So we want to go... Which way? That's blocked off, so this way. This is not the way we came, right? Do-do-do. Do-do-do. This is not the way. This is the way. Ooh, an alpha. That's not good. Ow. Gorham tank. Gorham tank. Gorham tank. Gorham tank. Gorham tank. No, not me. Gorham tank.
Very well.
Gorham tank. I'm built for damage. I'm built for speed.
Aragons, watch over me.
Off with his head.
Barely a challenge.
Man down. All right, let's go. Come on, Ivo. Get it together. Ooh.
Looks like someone beat us to the door.
This Darkspawn body is still fresh. Whoever opened the door is most likely still in there.
Hmm. Suspicious. They'd have to have a family ring. They'd have to have a signet ring to get in.
Could have been stolen. Recently, or generations back.
Or it could be an ambitious cousin out for his own glory.
Nobody steals my glory.
Understood.
Nobody.
Let's move, men.
Takala doesn't need
So
much
glad
tempting.
you could finally
Hi.
join us. We feared you'd gotten eaten by Darkspawn. Turns out the shield isn't quite as easy to retrieve as I was led to believe.
I did not know you could have that facial hair
So
as a
maybe you
dwarf.
tell me where it is, and I won't mutilate your body so bad your father doesn't recognize you.
Sure. The shield's a metaphor, my good man. It's in all of us.
A funny
Wife boat.
Just what the world
How's work going?
needs. Now kill these idiots.
Kill them. Hurry up and finish your shift so that we can have time off.
Very well.
Dang. Why? Why did you swing at nothing? Kill the mercenary captain first.
Right behind you!
Come on. Can you guys do any damage? Please. Just leave. It's fine. They won't notice. Just tell your patients you have to go. They'll understand. They were not good this morning. They're going down. I checked her turnip prices this morning. I think they were 39 or something. Ridiculous. You only have one and she might understand? See, there you go. Mine have been all over the place, too. I gotta check this afternoon. Mine have gone up the last two things, so... it was under the thing, over by the thing, right? It's the thing under the thing.
This is the room. How do we get the shield?
This is the room. I'll figure it out.
You two, see if you can spot anything.
How about you two guard the door? I'll do it after stream.
It seems some of these tiles are
Zelda,
different from the
please.
others.
There's an indentation here that seems to match the signet ring perfectly. Nothing happens. What? Oh, right. I need to do... Gorham. Go here. You... Go here. You... Come stand next to me. And now we do it. Bum, bum, bum. How much longer? At least another hour or so. The Idukan Shield.
That's
Let's
it.
go.
We've got it.
Doesn't look like much. The skill of our crafters has come far since then. But still, the Shield of Idukan.
I'm sorry, Zelda. I just assume that every conversation is about me explicitly. It's a symbol. That's all.
If it helps rally the troops, it's a good thing.
We should get
We
moving.
need to get to the other rendezvous point.
Where is that?
Back in the direction we came from, at the crossroads.
To the crossroads.
To the crossroads. To, I'm sure, a warm and friendly reception by our loving and caring family that would never hurt us in any way. Have fun, wife boat. Thank you so much for coming on.
There'll be more of those mercenaries.
Love you. Have a great afternoon. Go, 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 go. Darkspawn. You guys should have been watching the door. That was your job. Watch the door while I find the shield. Okay. I love the kill strikes with the dual blades. They're really good. Dual blade warrior, I think behind arcane Arcane Warrior is probably my favorite way to play. You do so much damage.
As you
Particularly once you get the momentum skill. Whoa! That's not the way to go. It's really good. You can do an absolute ton of damage. How did we not hit any of these traps on the way in? Did the Darkspawn set the traps? What is happening? Back to the crossroads. Bum, bum, bum. Okay, up here. Right? So pretty much just hug the left wall, and we'll get there. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Did I not?
Very well.
It's locked. Never mind. Mm-hmm. Ziz, good morning. Happy Friday. I hope you had a good week. Hope you're having a good Friday.
If Trian were really scheming against us, this would be the perfect place for an ambush. We've got the shield, and we're all alone out here.
Keep your wits about you.
Of course.
What's that you're muttering about?
Mind your business, Scout. Keep your mind on the mission.
Right you are, Commander.
Famous last words. Need you to be mean to you. Your coworkers have been so understanding and kind to you today that you've just been crying for the last 3 hours, Zelda. Stop. D-Trick! Thank you so much for gifting Ratkin101 a sub. Welcome to the crew. Dietrich, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Really kind of you. Still waiting to hear about an interview you had. Ooh. Playing Dragon Age when you can? Nice. I'm doing well. I'm starting to get that, like, counting the minutes to vacation time. And Zelda, I'm glad your coworkers are understanding. You have earned their understanding. You ever think about that? That you deserve it? I went the wrong way? Or no? Oh, no, you can't connect through there. I definitely went the wrong way. We could have gone that way. Alright, well. Mine's already... Yeah, exactly. I'm taking next week off with Wife Boat, so... Did I just circle around? Good God. This is why people don't like the deep roads. And that's blocked off. Son... I have a lot of stuff that I want to get done next week. Like, I'm slowly working on building an office that I can move all my streaming setup into, which would be great. And I'm hoping to get a lot or all of the work done next week. Superland Grid, Hellblade the Messenger, Barotarma, Felix the Reaper, Men of War, Sigian, Remnants of Nazith, Overlord, Stillness of the Wind, and the King's Bird. Hellblade is an amazing game. I'll probably do maybe when we come back I'll do a giveaway of Hellblade. If you haven't played Hellblade, my goodness. Number one, do you have to be in the right frame of mind to play Hellblade? Number two, is it a fantastic game? The way is shut. This is not the way. But seriously, Zelda, with everything you've been through, recently and everything else that's going on, you're absolutely deserving of understanding. So, deal with it. Bean, what? No. Bean, no. No, Bean, no. Bean, no. Bean, go to bed. Happy Friday, buddy. I hope you're doing well. Although it's probably Saturday there. Friday night. Hello. Trian and friends.
I trust Vala, brother.
I trust Vala, brother. Hey, you and I need to speak alone.
Anything you have to say can be said here in front of our men.
You talk like a frog. Okay. I'm gonna kill you. You're a schemer, but I'm better than you. You wish me to expose your plotting against me?
You dare accuse me of your own treachery? You have plotted to murder me so you could take my place as heir. You convinced Balin to help take my men and me by surprise. Do you deny it?
You have to admit it was a good plan. It's just politics. You have no right to judge me, Trian. I'm just surprised you still came. It's not true. It's just politics.
Is that what you think this is? Some game? I am your prince and your elder brother. Every tradition, everything that makes us who we are, demands your loyalty to me. You and your companions will throw down your weapons, confess your treason, and be tried in front of the assembly.
Oh, we know. We will do no such thing. You're so arrogant, even at the end. Very well, we will surrender. You're an idiot. So arrogant, even at the end.
It will be your end, brother. May the stone reject your unworthy, treacherous body.
Whoa!
Kill the traitors!
Whoa! Whoa! What happened to Atrost Vala, my nug-wrangling friend? Huh? Huh? What happened to... So the translation, the greeting that the dwarves use, Atrost Vala, the translation into English is, may you always find your way in the dark, which is a really, really good saying. So there's another way that this encounter can go. We'll talk about it in a moment. Cannot level up right now. Oh, jeez. Gorham's down.
It has begun.
It's begun. Hoya! Death is the big dark, so it could be a veiled threat. Dun dun dun.
Hurry, Father, before it's too...
So the other way this can go, if you tell Balin that, no, I'm not going after him, he's the heir, I'm a loyal brother. You arrive at the crossroads and he's already dead, and then this happens.
What has happened here? It seems we weren't fast enough. Balin was right.
Look at the guy in the background. Where's his head?
My son, tell me this isn't what it looks like.
Look at him. Wait. Look at him. He's a severed head with eyeballs. Father, I can explain. Trian tried to kill me. It was terrible. Why? What does it look like? If it looks like I'm the new heir, then you're close. Well, that was, yeah, I had that with Sten too, Takala, but that was a texture pack that failed to load, so it just took away all the stuff, so. Ooh, grilled cheese. I know what I'm having for lunch. I'm having grilled cheese. I think I'm gonna do the last one. If it looks like I'm the new heir, then you're close. Ziggy!
Sorry to interrupt.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. It's a raid. Ziggy, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome everybody from Ziggy's stream. My name is Tug. I'm a variety streamer. Today is Flex Friday. That means we play random stuff, and we're doing Dragon Age Origins. We're doing all of the origin stories, going through each of the different ones. Thank you so much for the raid, Ziggy. How was your stream? How's Cloudpunk? Yo, I want to play that game. Cloudpunk is on my list of games I want to play. It looks so good. Really, really good. Thank you so much for the raid, Ziggy. I really appreciate it. Welcome in, everybody. It is lovely. Yeah, it looks so much fun. It's voxels done right, I think. Like the way they did it, because it's voxels like Minecraft, but you're pulled back so much that it looks like high def. It's really good.
Hello,
Having a hard time not playing it offline. That's fun. That's really good. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome, welcome. So, if you've never played Dragon Age Origins before, we're not going through the whole game. Dragon Age Origins offers 6 different ways to start the game. So different origin stories, hence the name, where you play through a backstory for your character, and then it all joins together at Ostagar, and you go forward to fight the Darkspawn and all that stuff. So what we're doing today is going through as many of the origin stories as we can cram into one stream. So it's a lot of fun. Not deformable, no. Dot. It's just, it's a very low poly game, but they pull it back so that it looks really good. Cloudpunk is like, it's like delivery, almost like you're driving a cab in Fifth Element, like through the sky. It's really interesting. Like you could mine it and reshape the world, Ziggy. But no, it's just detracting. Fallen.
If this is the origin of all origins, does that mean all the other origins are just poses? Oh, and choo-choo.
No choo-choo.
Hello.
No choo-choo, number 1. Number 2, yes. Yes, it does. Thank you so much for 5 months, Fallen. I really appreciate it. Thank you. That means a lot. And thank you so much for the follow. Welcome in. No. We're playing a game. The eyeball guy went away. While we were talking, the eyeball guy went away. Aw. I wonder if his body despawned. It was one of the dead guys got up and... No. Flamingo? No. You can't be... No, you're mean to me. You can't be mean to me before vacation. That's not how it works. So we... I'm not a monster. I'm a man. We just killed one of our brothers. Although it was through the machinations of this guy. China? No.
Did I hear choo-choo?
No, you did not. There was a distinct lack of choo-choo. A staycation? Yeah, pretty much just going to get some work done, Ziz. But Wifeboat, who, she's an ICU nurse, so she works with COVID and everything. She's been working insane hours, and they're finally letting her take time off. So next week she's off, so I'm taking off, and we're going to spend some time together, get some stuff done around the house that has fallen by the wayside with everything going on. So it's going to be a refreshing, hopefully successful week off. I'm excited. One of those, like, just mental reboot things. So through the machinations of this guy right here, our brother Balin, he pitted the two of us against each other, and now he's basically throwing us under the bus for the death of our eldest brother, who is heir to the throne. And if it looks like I'm the new heir, then you're close.
This is fratricide.
You're
can't
fratricide.
joke your way out of this.
I can't make a joke out of this? I'm sorry. I'll make a better ruler than Trian. Everyone knows that. It was self-defense. Trian was plotting against me. What could I do? Trian was plotting against me. What could I do?
Do you have proof?
Gorham and the scouts can tell you what happened. You have my word. Isn't that enough? Tug in power is almost as dangerous as Twiggy in power.
For any other crime. But I'm afraid we're going to need more than that.
My lord is innocent.
Sir Gorham, your loyalty makes you a useless witness. It falls to others to tell the story. You,
come on,
Scout, what happened here?
Trian and his men were here early. It seems they'd done battle with the Darkspawn. Lord Iduken came up to them all friendly-like, but when we got close, he ordered us to attack.
Traitor! I've never taken that option. I've always wanted to take that option, but I never took that option.
Stop him! Take his weapons!
Oh, come on! I'm just gonna kill all the witnesses.
I think we've seen enough.
No. If the scout were lying, I might have done much the same.
Thanks, Dad.
I will not drag my son back to Orzammar in chains without hearing from Frandlin Ivo.
Frandlin Ivo, you are a good and noble man. Did the scout speak the truth?
Remember that hat I gave you?
He did, my lord.
What?
It was terrible.
What?
Prince Trian didn't stand a chance.
Look.
You treacherous bastard! Silence, Gorham. Do you have anything else to say, my son?
I'm innocent. How can you not see this was a setup? I'm sorry, Father. The Assembly loves me. They'll see my innocence.
For your sake, I hope your confidence is not misplaced. Bind him. He will be judged before the Assembly. To Orzammar.
You don't need to bind me or take my weapons. Can you stab guy number 2? If only. We gave him the hat and everything. We should have treated him... We should have kept the hat, number 1. Because clearly that was a misplaced gesture. Yeah, so it's a super interesting ending when you side with Trian and you're friendly with Trian and you say to Balin, like, no, no, no. Then you show up, there's a dead body, and they say the same thing. It's really interesting. It's really good.
Please. My lord.
Gorham, get me out of here.
I would have come sooner had they allowed it. How are you?
Why is the Assembly not sent for me yet?
The Assembly isn't going to call for you.
What?
Balin has taken Trian's place in the Assembly. He introduced a motion to condemn you immediately, and it easily passed. He had fully half the Assembly ready to vote on something completely against tradition and justice.
Weird.
He must have been making deals and alliances for months, if not years.
Mm-hmm. So now Balin will be king when Father dies. You have to respect his ability to play the game. Honestly, you really do.
He's more clever than either of us ever thought.
Thank you for the lurks.
Some of the lords, especially Harrowmont, are suspicious of Balin's instant rise to power. They are rallying, but far too slowly. The Assembly has already sentenced both of us.
What's gonna happen to you?
My knighthood will be stripped, my name torn from my family records. But I will be allowed to attempt some sort of life on the surface. Lord Harrowmont moved for a similar exile for you, but Balin's supporters overwhelmed him. You are to be sealed in the deep roads to fight Darkspawn until you are overwhelmed and killed.
Oh. It's a warrior's death at least.
It doesn't have to be. Lord Harrowmont gave me access to see you so I could tell you this. Duncan and the Grey Wardens are still in the deep roads, in tunnels connected to those you are to be left in. If you survive long enough to find the Grey Wardens,
I'm so
you may
hungry.
be able to escape with Duncan.
The dwarven culture in this game is frustrating. It's fascinating though, Dot. Valway, good to see you. I love this game, Valway. It's such a good game. This one-off has made me want to play it more. We're definitely not gonna get to all the origins today. So we'll do another Flex Friday where we do the other origins as well. You have lasagna. Why, Takala? All your brothers are jerks. This is what I learned today. I mean, yeah. Yeah, same Valway. I was saying, I told the story earlier, when this came out, I got it on the 360, and I ended up getting the flu that week. So I was out of work all week, and I just laid in a recliner with, like, crackers and water, and played through this, I think, 3 times in the week that it came out. That's how you show affection. Don't. That's all the chance we need. The Grey Wardens would take an exile, a murderer. I'm supposed to turn to humans for help. The Grey Wardens seemed good men for humans. I deserved no such mercy. That's all the chance I need.
Our time is up. May the Paragons guide your sword and the stone hold you up.
Uchi, good to see you again. How you doing? Yeah, the first, like, the last 3 days were alright, because I was, like, on the backside of it, and I wasn't heaving up my guts every 10 minutes. The first 2 days were a little rough, so it took me like 3 or 4 days to get through the first playthrough, and then I burned through again after that. The same to you, my friend.
I will always be your man, my Lord Idukan.
See, you say that now, but then when we see you in the marketplace in Denerim, you're just like, meh, Dwarven crafts. That's the only thing that bothers me about this origin story, is seeing Gorm
Where is
again.
the prisoner, Lord Harrowmont?
Having been found guilty of fratricide by the Assembly of Orzammar, you are hereby sentenced to exile and death. Your name is from this point forward stripped from the records. You are no longer a person, nor a memory. You are to be cast into the deep roads with only sword and shield. Dare to redeem your life by fighting the enemies of Orzammar until your death. Do you have anything to say before the sentence is carried out?
I'm innocent. You call this justice? Balin will destroy you, just as he did me. I'll be back. Brother to a murdered brother. Lover to 2 noble seekers. I will have my vengeance in this life or the next.
I understand your anger. You should have been allowed to defend yourself. Had I the power to stop this, I would have. Look me
platitudes,
in the eye
Harrowmont.
and
Get
tell
out of here.
me you didn't do this. For your father's sake.
I didn't kill Trian. I did it, and I enjoyed it. Drop dead, old man.
Very well, if that's the way you want it.
Thank you for the lurk, Alessia.
Hand the accused his sword and shield. Open the doors and let the condemned
Kick him out.
May the stone accept you when you
Drop dead, old hag. pretty much, Dot. We'll rally the legions of the dead and come back. Dun, dun, dun. Alright, now we gotta find Duncan. Yeah, pretty much the Legion of Dead. The Dwarven Society is really, really interesting. Do I not... They didn't give me a dagger? You...
What manner of beast is this? I will not fail.
Weirded out by the fact you never take your helmet off. I don't know why I keep equipping the helmet. It's like soul-bound or something. It won't come off. It's a bonus, like, DLC helm. Is there a dagger on here? There's a great sword. That doesn't help me. Put that on. A little more protection. Oh, I have a dagger in my main hand. Wait, hold up. There we go. Much better. Okay.
Quickly, we must fight!
Hold on, Spider. Let me loot this and change my entire outfit and weapon sword.
No quarter shall be given!
I'll be right with you. Nice parry. The parry sound is Sucker. I got your head. Another dagger and some gloves. Okay. Ooh, he's candy. We lost our sparkly dagger.
Shall be done.
I can't lockpick. I leveled up. Not that it matters, but... Dual weapon finesse. We have maybe like one more group to kill, so... Ooh! Stalkers! Let's keep going this way. I like that it doesn't tell you where you need to go, because then it really feels like you've been cast out. Thank you for the load fallen. And you're just wandering, hoping to stumble upon the Grey Wardens. Alright, you're taking damage while you're...
As you say. Fine thing you've done. It has begun.
Ooh. Well, that's good. Boom. Alright. We're geared now. Ish. Geared-ish. Oh, does this connect back through? This looks promising. Or did I get turned around? No, there's
By
nothing.
the Maker, it's a dwarf.
Hi.
Lord Idukan. What are you doing here alone? Where are your troops?
Not so much a lord anymore. I am Lord Idukan no longer.
Ah, you have been made to walk the deep roads, then.
You mean you were exiled?
Indeed.
What happened?
I do not think matters of dwarven honor are any business of ours. You need not answer, friend.
No, it's fine. I murdered my brother. Thank you. They think I killed Trian. I was unjustly accused of a crime. I killed my brother.
Lord Trian?
I kind of wish it was the other one.
I see. The brutal intrigue of the Dwarven court continues then. Your father intimated as much. I will not ask what happened. You are the child of my old friend, and do not deserve to die in this pit. You have already proven yourself both resourceful and skilled, and I would expect nothing less from an Idukan. I've been searching for those with your level of ability. Your exploits in the Deep Road set you apart.
Also,
as leader of the Grey Wardens in Ferelden, I would like to formally invite you to join our order.
Sign me up, Chief. I accept.
Then welcome. We leave immediately for Ostagar to join with the human forces facing the Darkspawn hordes led by King Kaelan. Stay close. There are still Darkspawn around every corner.
Alright, we'll actually watch the cutscene this time. We've skipped through it before. And we'll get to meet King Kaelan. I don't think we're going to have time to do another one.
We will be traveling south through the hinterlands to the ruins of Ostagar, on the edges of the Korkari Wilds. The Tevinter Imperium
I
built
hope you
Ostagar
have a great
long
week off.
ago
Relax
to prevent
and enjoy
the
as
Wilders
much
from
as
invading
possible.
the northern
Be
lowlands.
prepared for some
It's
high-quality
fitting we
dead
make
jokes
our
upon
stand
your return.
here, even if we face
Thank
a
you so
different
much for the
foe
bits.
within
That's a
that
lot of
forest.
bits. I appreciate
The King's
it.
forces
Thank you so
have
much.
clashed with the Darkspawn several times. But here is where the bulk of the Horde will show itself. There are only a few Grey Wardens within Ferelden at the moment, but all of us are here. This blight must be stopped, here and now. If it spreads to the north, Ferelden will fall.
Ho there, Duncan.
King Kaelan.
King Kaelan.
I didn't expect
A royal welcome? I was beginning to worry you'd miss all the fun.
Not if I could help it, Your Majesty.
Then I'll have the mighty Duncan at my side in battle after all. Glorious. The other wardens told me you'd found a promising recruit. I take it this is he?
Allow me to introduce you, Your Majesty.
There's no need to be so formal, Duncan. We'll be shedding
Welcome
blood
back,
together
Jude.
after all. Ho there, friend. Might I know your name? Pleased to meet you. The Grey Wardens are desperate to bolster their numbers, and I, for one, am glad to help them. It's good to see one of the honorable stout folk outside Orzammar.
Honorable stout folk? You must not have met many members of the noble caste.
Sounds like there's a story behind that. You must regale me with it sometime.
If you wish.
I do. I'll make sure to have the finest dwarven brew brought up from the palace cellars.
Now you're talking.
After we've dealt with the blight, of course.
No, of
I've
course.
been to Orzammar. King Endrin invited my father to a grand proving long ago. How does Endrin fare these days?
I'm his son, and he was fine when I left.
Well, it seems your story may be even more interesting than I suspected.
Indeed.
Allow me to be the first to welcome you to Ostagar. The Wardens will benefit greatly with you in their ranks.
You are too kind.
I'm sorry to cut this short, but I should return to my tent. Loghain waits eagerly to bore me with his strategies.
Your uncle sends his greetings and reminds you that Redcliffe forces could be here in less than a week.
Ha! Eamon just wants in on the glory. We've won 3 battles against these monsters, and tomorrow should be
We
no
put the
different.
finger guns away before someone gets hurt. No. Never. You sound very confident of that.
Overconfident, some would say. Right, Duncan?
Yes. Yeah, pretty much
Your
everybody
Majesty,
would say that.
I'm not certain the blight can be ended quite as quickly as you might wish.
I'm not even sure this is a true blight. There are plenty of darkspawn on the field, but alas, we've seen no sign of an archdemon.
Disappointed, Your Majesty?
I'd hoped for a war like in the tales. A king riding with the fabled Grey Wardens against a tainted god. But I suppose this will have to do. I must go before Loghain sends out a search
Poor
party.
Kalon.
Farewell, Grey
Dude
Wardens.
never had a chance. He never had a chance.
What the king said is true. They've won several battles. Despite the victories so far, the Darkspawn horde grows larger with each passing day. By now, they look to
He's
outnumber us.
Jenkins in this.
I know there is an archdemon behind this, but I cannot ask the
Why do
king to
blondes
act
think they need
solely on
golden
my
armor to
feeling.
match their hair? Fair. We should move
Yes,
quickly then.
we should proceed with the ritual.
Female Dalish ranged rogue who got together with Leliana. Nice. Female Hawk was dual-wielding rogue. Circumstances made her get together with Meryl. And due to commitment made by Sarah in your first playthrough of Inquisition, your final run of Inquisition was as a female Kunari two-handed warrior. Hey, mine too. Or was I... No, I was a rogue? I think I was a female Kunari archer. And Sarah is amazing, so... Dual wield in 2 is a lot of fun, yeah. I did rogue in 2 the last time.
I agree. We have every... The ritual is brief. Until...
There we are. That is the Kinslayer dwarf noble background. Woof. Yes. Yes, Mulric. 100%. 100%. I love Sarah. Her character is amazing. I think she's oft maligned, like people don't like her, but if you get to know her, particularly her romance, really, really good. Can you jump off the bridge? No. You can't. Female Kunari Mage, romancing bull. Ooh. Do a backflip. So, what did you guys think of the... So we did 3 origin stories. So what did you guys think of the 3 different ways? So each one kind of offers... Each one of these 3 offers its own flavor and own different interactions as you go through the game. So when you get into the base game, you have to establish Grey Warden treaties with the 3 races. So humans, dwarves, and elves. So you go back to talk to the Dalish. You go back to talk to the dwarves. You go back to... you end up dealing with Arl Howe as well. Magrady, what are you doing? So we'll do this again, Mags, if that's what you want. We'll do the other 3 on another Flex Friday later in the month. So we can definitely do that. But each one has its own flavor and really carries... It gives you such a good tie-in. So, like, imagine how tied into your dwarf noble character you are now. because you went through that whole experience. It wasn't just reading a blurb. And it's such a good mechanic that I cannot fathom why more games haven't adapted it, right? Like, having a unique origin for each of your playthroughs that impacts the story as you go through, even if it's just little callbacks, is so interesting. And it gives you so much more investment into the game. I think it is woeful that other companies and other games haven't done it. It's really, really interesting. They don't want to spend money to make the game good. Well, there's a difference between wanting to spend the money and having the budget to spend the money, Dot. So that's a little bit of a difference. AAA games, yeah, they're under certain constraints. I'm a little disappointed that BioWare kind of abandoned the idea because it was so good. You go from this and then to Dragon Age 2 was such a stark change in delivery and content and gameplay. That's really why it didn't do well. Like I mentioned at the beginning, if they had called Dragon Age 2 Dragon Age Kirkwall, I think it would have been received completely differently, right? So then you have Dragon Age Origins, Dragon Age Kirkwall, and then Dragon Age Inquisition. Because you have to kind of treat them all as like standalone pieces. They're not really... They are interconnected, but they're not, you know? So, anyway, as you can tell, this is one of my favorite game franchises of all time. Between this and Mass Effect are what made me fall in love with BioWare and with narrative games in general. So they're really, really good. Wasn't Dragon Age 2 a different game that was reappropriated? I'm not sure. It was clearly a cash grab, Mulric. They dumbed it down for consoles. That was evident, and they said they brought the combat level down so that it was easier to play on consoles. So Dietrich, Anthem has its problems, and I mentioned this when I streamed Anthem once, I believe, and I talked about it before. But like Anthem, somewhere in there is an absolute gem of a game. When you're free flying around in the open world, it is amazing. It's so good. And that is the thing that they need to iterate upon. There's so much that they need to iterate upon. The free fly areas where you can just explore the world and go through the openness and fly around like Iron Man is amazing. It's so good. If they take that and they make a better game around it, make a deeper game around it, I think it could really, really be something. The story is bad. The world is interesting. The story that they built into it is pretty bad. But hash slinging, exactly, Avion. Yeah, we just finished up the Dwarf Noble Zelda, so don't really have time to do another one. I figured we'd chat for a few minutes. I also have high hopes for Baldur's Gate 3 Memento. I want to play through... They're super long. Frazwar just played through the Baldur's Gate franchise, and I think it took him somewhere in the neighborhood of... Was it like 400 hours? Something like that? The free roam section actually makes for decent pickup groups. Yeah, just getting together with people and taking down some of the big stuff. It's really, really good. Have fun, Jube. Thank you so much for hanging out. Hell, how you doing? Happy Friday. So what we're going to do is we'll schedule the... So we got through 3 origin stories today. Dwarf Noble, Dalish Elf, and Human Noble. So we'll do Mage, Castless Dwarf, and City Elf for another Flex Friday later in the month. And that's what we'll do. So that's all I got.
Generous bestowal.
Don't you dare.
No, thank you for being awesome.
Thank you so much for the bits, Jube. I appreciate that. You started playing RimWorld yesterday, Dietrich. Nice. Already 2 failed colonies in 9 hours? That's not too bad, honestly. I have probably more failed colonies than I have hours. So that's not too bad. So that I think is where we're going to wrap up. I got that that vacation itch. So I am going to be off next week. There will be no streams all week next week. I'll be back a week from Monday, and we'll get back into Terraria and continue our expert run. And then we'll do the other origin stories later in the week. Keep in mind the Thursday that I get back. So a week from Thursday is Tug's third Thursday Throwdown, where we'll be playing a bunch of indie games. We'll do kind of like we did here. We'll do an hour to an hour and a half of each different indie game and try those out and see how they go. Yeah, Twigs, go ahead and shoot me that. So we're going to do that. Dude, thank you so much for the lurk. I appreciate it. So I will see you all in a week. I hope that you all...
generous bestowal.
Until then, 3.
Until then, 3. Thank you so much for the bits, Papa. I appreciate it. So that's all I got. I hope you all enjoy your weekend. I hope you all enjoy the rest of your Friday, and I hope you enjoy the week off. I will poke into Discord a little bit next week. It's a staycation. I'm going to be doing work around the house, so I will be poking in on Discord. I'm sure Wifeboat's going to be in there playing Animal Crossing as well, so we'll have that. So thanks, everybody. I hope you all have a fantastic weekend. I hope you all have a fantastic week, and I'll see you a week from Monday for Terraria. So until then, have a fantastic rest of your Friday. Enjoy your weekend, and remember, be good to each other. Bye, everybody. What?
So long as he remains dead.
Give them to me. Your Geo. Give me your Geo, and I'll give you a gift. What? 9,000.